The industry perspective is a space for those in the industry to speak freely about their experiences without fear of retaliation or a negative review. The views and opinions shared here are solely that of the individual and do not reflect the establishments in which they work. With that said, if you feel offended by these jokes, fuck it. We weren't expecting to get tipped by you anyway.
Cheers, Kumbaya.
All right.
I say Henry because there's no way John Henry would have accomplished that shit without the help of God.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast. We pull back the curtain, give you some insight what goes on behind the scenes of favorite bar in Russia. I like to call that the industry perspective.
What's up, motherfuckers?
Say it.
Huzzah.
What? Huh?
Nothing.
Okay.
Hey, man, what's
Good
up?
to see you, fellas. Man.
Good
It's
to
so
see you
good
too, bro.
Wow.
to be back. It's good to be back in the Lion's Den. I'm here
Just
for it.
evaporated.
We are very happy to have Geoffrey back.
Yeah.
Back in the line of
Absolutely.
duty.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
That could be your intro.
Yeah.
And I am Ryan Tracy, and I've gone 37 days without asking to speak with a manager.
I think we might have one. I don't know.
That might be it.
That might be it.
That might be it. I like it.
I know,
I'm not
and
mad
you know
at it.
what? I didn't think about it.
I know.
I was still like, how can I be as white as possible?
Wow.
Just stick to your guns.
Yo, I commend you
Literally
for
in
that.
this room, you could just
And
exist.
literally, I can do that because I'm white. I can stick to my guns.
Stick to your guns. Well,
But at least you're the one who has them.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
A little, well, so is the rest of my life. But anyways,
that's a good one, though. I like that.
Yeah.
Intro, my friend.
I did.
Oh, you did?
I did it
That's how
already.
we did the Hazan.
Oh, fuck.
How did you, bro? You did your what's
did
up,
your thing.
motherfucker? You did your thing.
You know what? I was there. I was there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all right.
Autopilot,
That's okay.
which is a callback.
Welcome.
Welcome to another episode of the podcast.
Thank you for welcoming me.
Yeah, welcome back. Man.
Jesus Christ, man.
This is supposed to be a welcoming for Geoffrey, but apparently
I had to make it about me in some way, shape,
I mean,
or form.
fuck that noise at this point.
Right. We haven't talked about me yet.
hey, you know what? We will. So instead of asking you guys how your guys' weekends went, I really want to talk about the shit we went to the other day.
Okay.
Because that was a lot of fun.
Yes,
Let's
it was.
absolutely start with that.
So
yeah.
we did this. What's it called? It's got a specific name. The Limitless Lounge by Bulleit Bourbon.
Yes.
That's them right there. This was a
Huzzah.
really dope experience that we got to do. Shout out to my boss Brandon for sending me the tickets for that.
Yes.
What's up, Brandon?
Yeah.
Looks sexy.
we got to experience that, and it literally was an experience.
It really
So
was.
You go in and they serve you some of their cocktails, and they're pre-batched in their bottles that they're selling like at Total Wine, and they're pretty good, you know. So they give you some of that, and then they bring you into this room, and it felt like we were going through a haunted house where people were just gonna pop out and be like, "Let me get a 1942 margarita."
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
no.
let me get two espresso martinis. One more.
Yeah.
You know, just bartender
Take a shot.
haunted house.
Yeah.
Shit like that. But
That's dope.
It was really cool, man.
yeah,
How
we
long
go
was
really
the
cool.
experience?
I mean, as a
about
little thing to bullet.
30,
25 minutes.
Oh,
I mean, it was 30 for the full thing, but as
Yeah.
far as the actual part with light showing, they put us in a room where it was all white, and then they 3D projected stuff onto the
Sounds right
walls.
up my alley.
Yeah.
It's like, I was trying to think, I was like, where's a joke
Yeah,
here?
because he even said, he's like,
The
man.
joke is just me talking about it.
But P even said, he was like, oh man, you should have got high for this. I'm like, I am. What are you talking
this
about?
shit was cool.
Yeah, I was tripping
cool.
balls.
Thank you to
trippy.
Bullet. We're going to do a little baby shot to you guys. Thank
yeah,
you for the
yeah.
Limitless
Thank you to
Lounge.
Bullet.
Yeah, and thank you for the bottles. They gave us these
Yeah.
bottles.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
guys.
Salud.
So yeah, we did the, let's just call it the 3D illusion.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Tried some amazing cocktails. Both ran into people. Pretty cool.
Hilarious.
And then on the back end there, I ran into someone else that a couple of different people at that event. But at that point, we taking through actual tasting of Bulleit. Got to try the bourbon, the rye, and
Nice.
Oh, the 10
Yeah.
year is delicious.
Amazing.
Is it
Good.
the 8 year?
No, I have not.
There's like an 8-year smoke cast that they have that's pretty good. Like Bulleit, you can correct me. I know you have an 8-year. I forgot what makes it special though. Please forgive me.
They're coming out with what was it, 12-year?
Oh, lovely.
In a couple months.
I think it's a 15-year.
You know what? You might be right.
Yeah, it might be right. They're coming out with something a little bit more aged. The guy just couldn't tell us.
And
He
I've
just
always
said,
loved Bulleit as my go-to bourbon. Like
It's
that,
great.
that won me a cocktail competition was using Bulleit in my cocktail. So
I believe that.
Nice.
thanks,
I believe
Bulleit.
that.
I mean, it's really, really good. And after sitting with the rep and having him
Shout out to JC on that.
yes, shout out to
I am
JC.
going to send it to him.
What's up, JC?
Having him talk to us and walk us through everything made me really not appreciate it, but just like him.
Yeah.
And it's one of our like top shells at my bar anyways. And now it had me in this different frame of mind of like, you know what, if somebody says dealer's choice on a old fashioned, I'm gonna go with bourbon. I'm gonna go
Bulleit
Bulleit.
Rye Manhattan.
Rye is my
Bulleit
favorite.
Rye Manhattan.
Bulleit Rye Manhattan.
It's one of the few ryes I can actually handle because it's not like overly spicy.
So-
Because like a lot of ryes just punch you in the face with being like rye malted.
Right.
But like Bulleit Rye actually gives you that spice, but still being like mellowed and blended out, so you can enjoy a whiskey instead of just being like, why am I swallowing like wheat down my throat?
Yeah. And that was one of the things he even talked about, not the swallowing wheat down, but he talked about how highly rated
Well, do
Bulleit
you
Rye
want to talk
is.
about everything else we might swallow, Nando? Is that what
No,
you want
I
to
would
like
not,
segue into?
especially not with hard eye
You know what
contact.
I love about this?
I'm sorry, I gotta look
They
away.
didn't even blink. I think he just did
Amazing.
He did another button during that shit. Jesus.
Shit, you're right.
Over on this side.
I gotta show the chest hairs.
Oh, man.
You don't have to.
I was gonna say,
Okay, that's fair. That's absolutely fair.
man.
But yeah, again, shout out to them because at the end with the goodie bags was a bottle of Bulleit.
Sick.
see, I love
Out of
a good
all the
gift
tastings
bag,
I've
man.
ever done and got a gift bag, a bottle of the product has never been in the
Word.
Like, I
That's
feel
a
like getting a
full bottle, too.
750 mils on
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying.
Like a pint one.
Yeah,
perhaps,
I thought it would be like a personal.
That was what I
but
was saying to
It
him.
was a fucking
class.
Yeah.
And what was really cool about that is that they did open it to the public tonight, I believe. So what we got was basically like an industry only thing.
Yeah.
So we got to go there before.
If they get anything.
If they get anything,
Yeah.
they may have to
Probably
buy
get a
it.
shot.
They
Like,
might have to
you
buy
get
it.
to come to the event
Yeah.
because it wasn't like we paid to get in. It wasn't.
No.
It's even better.
Yeah.
It was an invitation thing, and then it was open to the public later on that night. So it was really cool to experience that and surrounded by peers and shit and like-minded people and running
Absolutely.
into people you know. So
Yeah.
it was a really cool experience, and hopefully looking forward to doing more like that.
Well done.
Okay,
Well
yeah.
done.
So have you guys ever been like Bulleit? Like, I'm sorry, I would have gone. You guys ever opening or an event?
I don't see your mic going on.
Is it flashing or stable? Okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
Put up the game.
Say that again now.
Well, again, one more time.
Game.
Like, are you gonna throw? Are you
Like,
flashing on it?
what?
What you mean?
Game.
I got so many buttons left.
I pull it
Well,
just
while they're figuring that out.
Yeah. Sorry.
While they're figuring that out. So when we walk in, they have cocktails for you to try that are pre-batched.
Yeah.
And the first little bar stand was there. I walk up and the lady's like, "Oh, would you like a welcome punch?" And I said, "Is it gonna hurt?" And it took a minute, and I was just kind of stood there. She didn't laugh. The other person didn't laugh, and I was like, "I'm sorry."
Great joke.
Thank you, man. Thank you. She's like, "Oh, that was funny." It's just,
son.
thank
Get in
you.
the dang.
That's
classic.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know, can you put this way too close to it again? Like, that's just like middle ground. That's
Middle ground that bell. I saw you itching to ding that bell.
I know I made a good joke.
I did. I wish I would have had the
But
bell
she was
right then and
also
there
like,
with me.
Yeah, no, it's not. Guy never.
not picking you up. That's what's super
no
weird.
One's picking me up.
I
my
know.
God, thank you, Rob. So for the first time in this podcast industry, my loud piece of shit ass is not being picked up not only by my mic, but not by the surrounding mics. So this is a very fun technical difficulty. Thank you. I feel like I'm on E! Entertainment News.
So tell us more. How did it make you feel?
White.
Privileged.
Oh, Jesus
There we
Christ.
go. You heard it here first. Ryan felt white and privileged. Back to you, Fernando.
He's still not showing up. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I'll address this here real quick.
Or we could just, and then we can just cut it to come back to this point because his microphone's not even showing up on the property.
Want to unplug it and plug it back in?
Yeah.
Did you try turning it off again?
It works.
Honestly, it sometimes
IT
it works.
crowd, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Rob.
Great show.
Did it work?
Okay. Yes.
Look at that.
Just getting your
Our
volume
IT crowd
back.
comes through again.
Yeah.
The microphones are so
really thought
upset
that
with having to
crowd
deal
for
with me, they
That's
just
exactly
turned
what I was
off
gonna say.
tonight.
Yo, it was weird. Like I could hear
I'm
you,
like,
and then out of nowhere he started talking. I couldn't hear shit.
Tech. Maybe it's IT.
Sorry.
So, all right, now that my microphone works, what I originally wanted to do, and P did a good fill. Thank you, P.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
So
do a good job
have
of
you
filling.
guys...
Pete really does a good fill. I love to fill in
You
with
know,
Pete.
I don't want to do it because you're asking, but you know what? It was a good one. It was a good one.
He's the fluffer of podcasting.
Oh, God. He hates
Lord.
fluff, though.
Fucking A. I love all of you guys, by the way. I love all of you. So, have all of us, because I've been to a few, have you guys been to liquor events where they like give you the great goodie bag, but the liquor is fucking awful?
No.
No,
Yeah.
not yet.
I can't say
Oh, I
that.
have.
Oh,
I can't say that I have. I've
There's been a few
strategically
vodkas.
gone to a few.
And I met like the owners and the eccentric billionaires running the vodkas, and I had to hold my tongue to be like, "Why did you sign off on this? This tastes worse than Popov. What are you doing?"
Is that trash?
Yes,
Wow.
that's pretty
Popov.
bad.
Yes,
No.
That's
Is
pretty
it
bad.
that trash?
yes,
The
it
product?
was that trash.
What's
Yeah.
the Popov?
Like I
Yeah.
took a taste of it, and I was like, "Oh, there's the wheat." There's the rubbing alcohol. There's more rubbing alcohol. Oh dear God!
This
I'm
might
not
be
drinking this.
This
Yeah.
might be gasoline. I don't know.
No, gasoline would have been an improvement.
God damn.
All right, is anybody here familiar with the wonderful brand Dark Eyes vodka?
Dark eyes.
Dark Eyes.
Is there-
No, because I only exist in the light.
Okay, well, I'm going to introduce you to a little gem that literally is only good for degreasing engines and killing brain
Degreasing
cells.
what?
Like Everclear.
Like Everclear?
Edges.
Yeah. Like Everclear?
Like no, it's even lower quality than that. It's that bad. Dark Eyes vodka.
Jesus.
You can get a handle. No, I'm talking circa 2004-5 in Indiana, but like you can get a handle.
What a time to
for
be alive.
$8.99. That's how bad it was.
So what you're-
Dark Eyes.
So what you're saying is Popoff buys his drugs from Dark Eyes.
Correct.
It's like,
It's the one
yo,
each in its
you got
own
anything?
like Pop Off is a meth addict, and Dark Eyes is the meth lab.
Gee.
It's that bad.
God damn.
It only comes in plastic, by the way.
Well, because
it
it
has
can't
to.
go in
Yeah,
anything
with
else.
Popov.
It has to.
As soon as you
It
gave
would
this
explode.
description, I was like, this has to be a plastic bottle.
Oh, absolutely.
Wait, so you had some?
Yes,
How
that's
wide
why,
was it?
I can't turn left. That's why I can't physically turn left. I have to turn right and then loop back around.
That's why he has a physical therapy done now.
Damn.
I know you guys see me with this. I can't see shit from this. Yeah, I can't turn left. Because of Dark Eyes vodka.
God damn.
Shout out, baby.
Shout out to Dark Eyes. If you're still out there killing left turns, good on you, baby. Good on you.
Yeah.
That shit sounds illegal.
It should
It should be.
That shit sounds illegal. Actually, crack sounds more legal than that.
No, because like I know illegal and like I've had moonshine.
Oh, we know you know illegal.
I know illegal.
We know you know.
Listen, do y'all know cartoons when they open the bottle and that skull flies out? That's Dark
That's
Eyes.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Talk about. Quick question. What was everybody's first taste of alcohol?
Ooh.
Oh, we've talked about this. Can I go first?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
It was either rum or vodka when I was like 6 years old by accident.
You know what brand?
Probably Bacardi.
Nice.
Okay. That's not
Go.
bad.
Sir, quick hitter.
And it scared the shit out of me.
So I grew up in upstate New York, and I had friends whose cousins had legit moonshine stills.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
So my first drink of
Bathtub.
alcohol.
What are you powering up?
See?
No, I didn't know it had thumb holes.
Jesus.
Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you. Oh, maybe. It's giving Midwest emo rock.
All right, next episode, you have your hair straight.
Maiden Parade.
Oh, my God.
I'm wearing all black. It's got thumb holes on the hoodie. This is Midwest
Yeah, I
emo rock.
get it, Gerard Way, but
Jesus
like,
Christ. This kid is
Man,
one.
you need eyeshadow next.
Word.
Yeah.
I don't need it. My dark circles are dark enough.
so with our Patreon, if you pay enough, you will see me in MCR eyeshadow. So my first taste of alcohol, my friends, her cousins actually owned moonshine stills.
Oh.
And so she rolled up, I was 15.
Yeah.
And she rolled up and was like, hey, so my cousin made this peach cobbler moonshine. I was like, oh, moonshine.
That sounds
Cool.
great.
Yeah, she gave me like a little mason jar of it, but also we poured it out. Also, we were in the corner convenience store from our house.
Oof.
Like the one everybody went to, but they also didn't give a fuck. And like we poured out this mason jar into 2 solo cups and shot it. And this 90% alcohol moonshine tasted delicious, but I took a shot of it. I was like, this is good. And then the next thing I heard was a thump as my ass landed on the floor.
Moonshine is soul cleaving fucking spirit. There's no other way to describe
Especially
it.
legit
Soul
moonshine.
cleaving.
That's why I get mad at Old Smoky, Stillhouse, and all that stuff that says they're moonshine.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
you're not fucking
No.
moonshine.
You don't know
You can't get
moonshine.
shot over that shit.
Have
It's
you
on your show.
made a 15-year-old question their life decisions? No, then you're not
I
moonshine.
don't see a bathtub, dude.
Exactly.
If it's sold on the shelf, then and you don't have to question whether you're gonna go blind or not, it can't be
It's
good
not
moonshine.
moonshine.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you don't have to
It's not
fight
real
off
moonshine.
coyotes while
It's
distilling
fucking
this
paint
product.
thinner, dog. It's awesome. Yo.
If you don't smell it and it's not burning your nose hairs,
Smelling
it's
salt,
not
dog.
real
If
shine.
you take a sip and you don't hear banjos in your subconscious,
Word. I just-
it's not fucking
Are y'all
moonshine.
becoming like Foxworthy of podcasts? What
No, Sanford and Sons.
Oh, Lear.
No, you were like, you might be a redneck.
Yeah.
It just kept going. It just kept
Talking to a
going.
fucking redneck, gentlemen.
Oh,
about
it
you,
was
sir?
Catholic school, junior year, some type of party. It was all dark. Homie shows up. It's like, guys, I brought
Oh, I know
alcohol.
this story's gonna touch
and
me.
I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Never had alcohol before. Not in that way. And this motherfucker pulls out Everclear. It's the first thing I ever tasted of alcohol. And I tasted it and I was just like, the fuck is this shit? This is what everybody's so fucking gung-ho about, drinking this shit. And then I just swore off alcohol. Junior year of high school, never again. And then freshman year of college, someone introduced me to Malibu and I was just like, I could do this all day.
Malibu coconut rum.
Zesty.
That's a good reintroduction.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
reintroduction.
Yeah, you needed that fucking
Yeah.
starburst.
It's
You
a-
needed that soft reentry, dog. Jesus Christ.
Sidebar before the next
yeah,
person goes in.
please.
I had this then friend who would always brag about how he would drink a whole bottle of fucking Malibu. And I remember telling him one day after some time of hanging out with him bragging, I was like, bro, you know this freezes, right? He's like, yeah, so there's not a lot of alcohol in it, so stop bragging about chugging it because it's not a lot of alcohol. It fucking freezes. It's all sugar, bro.
Adult Capri Sun, dog.
And then after that, he stopped drinking it. Cut it
It's
off.
like Everclear mixed with a Capri Sun.
Oh my
yeah.
god, that's dope.
Yeah.
Wow.
So mine goes back pretty early as well, like early. My mom and I used to live solo in Indiana, and she's a big sports fanatic. she was watching like football or whatever one day, and this is back in the day where the phone ring, you had to get up and go get it.
Oh, the landline.
Yeah, so ours was in the kitchen. Yeah, exactly. So my fucking 3-year-old hobbling ass is like, yeah, I can walk. Let's get this shit. I'm walking. She's up. She goes to answer the phone. It's however long. She leaves a Michelob on the table.
Okay. Oh no.
So I get it. I'm like, oh shit, that looks just like my bottle.
That looks like my
Right
bottle.
there.
Yeah.
I chug an entire 3 to 4 years old. I chug an entire bottle of beer.
Whoa.
And she comes back and she notices that the beer is empty. She just figured she didn't get one.
Oh no.
So she goes, gets another one. She's watching, she's cheering, and she notices that she is not seeing me anywhere. And she's like, hey, fuck. So she gets up, can't find me fucking anywhere.
Where's my child?
Nowhere. So this is like 89, 90. And she's freaking the fuck out now.
Yeah.
So she finally looks, and I am like palms up, face planted into our shag carpet under my dining room table, hammered. She thought she had to go get my stomach pumped. But she's like, she said, you were breathing, and I didn't want to get arrested, so I didn't say anything. I'm dead ass serious. I'm dead serious.
We'll let you die before we call the cops.
Listen. It's like I'll pour it out for you.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not going to jail for this shit.
Cops myself.
No. By the way, palms up.
I could always have another.
Yeah. Like, shit. I mean, he wasn't even in school.
Like,
yet.
you know what I'm saying? This 3 years, I wasn't that attached.
Yeah.
Yet. Like,
She's like, I didn't even know his likes or dislikes. I'm like, all right, well, fuck. All right, later, little homie. No, and I'm telling you, when I say palms up, when I say palms up, that means I'm fucked up. That means I don't even give a shit. My palms are up. That's how face planted. That's how hard I was out under my table.
That is
And
3-year-old Geoffrey
she
right
was
there.
talking like that. She was like, oh God, there he is. Oh shit. And then she made the connection. She told me that story so many times.
that's
It was
hilarious.
so bad. But yeah, the first time I ever had alcohol was between 3 and 4 years
I just
old.
want to know at what point she
My man is unhinged.
she like decided that like maybe he'll make it, because there was a point where she just decided it's okay if he doesn't make
There's
it.
stages to why I can't turn
No,
left.
it was-
Stage 1.
It was what he said. He said, fuck it, I'm not that attached.
I get another one.
I mean, I've been dating.
Yeah, my
fools
parents
longer
were
than
just
you.
regularly negligent. They're like, oh, he's 12. He got into the wine bottle. All right.
Jump in the back seat of the truck, man. We're gonna drive cross country. We'll be fine.
Yeah, you and that dog in the back seat.
Shit. Dog fell out.
Nando.
I mean, mine is a story as well. I was told by friends of mine. But
Oh God, it's another
I was told,
precognizant story.
I was told the first time I had alcohol is I drank a bottle of rubbing alcohol.
Oh.
They actually did take me and get my stomach pumped.
Yeah, you need to do that.
I
Yeah.
forgot that existed.
I know.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Would you just pour Jack Daniels on your cuts? Like,
No, but like you just had like green alcohol rubbing alcohol was a different.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, the isopropyl.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, that was mine. That was mine. I don't have much more to the story than that. It was just like
You just Annie up.
Yeah, but not really. His was funnier. Like
In terms of like this
a real story. Yeah, because the darker we got, the worse the stories got.
Damn.
Jesus.
I should have seen a picture of me assed out under the table though. That shit is
I
Yeah.
mean, the one my imagination is creating
just
aces.
like
Yeah.
Fucking love it.
forehead into the floor.
I just imagine
Yeah, you were still bald.
small,
In my mind, you were still bald.
small in a diaper and a Ninja Turtles
He showed
t-shirt.
that Michelob and he never grew hair again.
That's what I imagine. Ninja Turtles t-shirt and diaper. Just
Yes, out.
Oh god.
Go ninja, go ninja. Boom.
Palms up, my dog. Palms up.
That's what's up.
Hey.
oh
Yeah.
Oh
god.
man, that was a good time.
So I guess, do we go into our Yelp
Yeah,
reviews?
well, I
at
was
this
gonna
point?
segue it, but you know we can just go right into it.
Wait, before you do, I just remembered that last Halloween weekend, the weekend before Halloween, I was working and some dude handed me his phone to do tap to pay. And when he did it, it was still open. Then he had an incoming text message. Didn't see the text.
Uh-oh.
But the
Bad
contact.
dick pic.
No, the contact name read as some Chinese bitch.
No way.
And I looked and I just looked back and I looked back down. And I said, oh.
Was the ringtone chopsticks?
Oh Lord.
No, it was just a text message.
No!
Too much on the nose, man.
No,
It was just the forehead's been strong.
it was just
forever.
it came up and it
Look at that
said
shit.
Chinese
You
bitch.
received no
And I thought to
message.
myself,
Bob.
oh brother, you couldn't learn her
You
name?
couldn't learn her name.
Just
or
Chinese
something?
bitch. Worst part is she probably wasn't even
Her
Chinese.
name was probably Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Might not have been
Julie.
Chinese. That's what makes it.
But
I,
go
it was
ahead
definitely
and
Grace.
Yeah.
Grace,
It was
yes.
definitely Grace.
Yup.
go ahead and bring us
Yeah, I
in.
guess. I mean, yeah, dude, I had a
So
I had
I
a
mean,
nice segue.
after that egregious, just debauchery, Yelp reviews.
Well, before real quick, also out there to the listeners, if you guys have a funny first time you ever had your first sip of alcohol, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Yes, please,
Please.
because we will, as we are starting to integrate more of our guest basis. Our top 5 that we decide on, we will shout you out for your next thing that you say. So when you comment, you will get a shout out.
Yeah.
And if you see me on the street, I'll give you $1.
Baby.
Boom.
But
I
plot
don't know
twist,
if
you
you want to
won't.
guarantee that.
You won't see me on the street because I don't
you
leave the
won't.
house.
Never mind.
I mean, that'll take
Plot
us like
twist.
what, 10 minutes if we shout them out. So like we got this.
Oh yeah, we were talking about something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I said it.
once again, the white boy was late to the party.
Because you know what party you guys are always first to?
The
The
cop party.
Yelp reviews.
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
And
Oh,
we've been
yes.
edging these motherfuckers for a minute on these Yelp reviews.
no,
Just
I-
I've been
can
edged all
we?
night.
Oh my Lord.
I set you up for that.
Yes,
Yeah,
you did.
I'm not sorry,
that's a
but
dig move.
yeah. I'm not sorry about it, but damn,
Yeah.
I should have saw that coming.
Gross.
I gave a proper segue.
Because
I
you're
teed us
edging,
up.
Maybe.
Let's go.
He gave me nothing. He gave me nothing.
I do that
He's
one.
got a clap and then he's like, that's gross.
Please take turns, gentlemen.
There we
So I will start this one off, mostly because I'm the one who fucking put it in that I wanted to talk about this.
Yes.
Not because of any one Yelp review or Google.
Name names.
I don't know any. I don't
Okay.
read those motherfuckers.
Bet.
My point is, I wanted to get the discussion going on Yelp review because I'm really tired of guests acting as if, like you said on a couple episodes back, like they're threatening you. To me, a Yelp review is a threat. I take all of them as threats, unless it's 5 stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's 5 stars or 4 stars, I believe those two. One reason or the other. But when I see those 1-star reviews, they all read the same. It's always
They're
someone
just
who,
looking for trouble. They're literally Karen's asking for the manager.
or it's that one asshole who was either drunk, too fucked up, or whatever, ass, and therefore they got kicked out. And they're like, "Well, I'll show you. I'll review you to everyone else." And then the
This is
fucking
when autocorrect
employees,
is a bitch.
yeah, but then the employees have to deal with that because you get an owner or manager talking to you, Yelp review.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of times someone you don't even remember. Or if you do, you remember the story, but there's not much you
Right. You remember your side of the story
Right.
and you know what's true, but they're doing their Yelp review story, which you
Right.
can't fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I really fucking hate that. I feel that the only way a Yelp review should be posted if you are still GPS located at that location and you talk to a man. That should be when you're, if you have the balls to review a place, it should, I'm telling the manager of the place, this is the problem.
Yeah.
This is what I'm posting. This is what happened. It's right here. It's fresh. There's no, you get their side of it afterwards.
Say it with your chest.
Yeah, say it with your fucking chest, man. I'm tired of, we've given too much power to the people, the patron.
Yeah.
Yeah,
When
say
we're the
it with
ones who
them
have to
double
be there
Ds.
every
Let's
day.
go.
Yeah, because all the other people who come through there and never cause a problem, then there's no problem. Everything's good. You
Yeah.
get that one person that caused a problem or has a problem, and they just won't let it go.
Yeah.
I just feel like Yelp.
I get that. I got solutions for that, though.
Yeah. But I feel like
That's ominous.
What's the
yeah,
solution?
well, I hand the floor to you then, because like I said, I feel like the biggest solution would be
I feel
the.
like a gun was about to be
He's like, I know a guy that knows a guy. Break a couple kneecaps.
Well, I mean, I did have bouncers like that I wouldn't tell them X, Y, and Z, but that's a whole nother story. But also, too, like, those 1-star Yelp reviews, like, I'm sorry, but we know you are the Karen-esque problem that has only been waiting there for 5 minutes, and you're upset that you skipped the line, think you deserve everything, and then try to come up to us when we're serving 6 other people and think you deserve immediate service. So those, like, 1-star reviews, like...
You can go on. He's not talking.
Well, I'm being...
He was distracted.
Yeah.
He went.
So I don't really take those a lot into account. Like, I'll address them, but I'm also like, you are the bottom of the barrel annoyed people.
Right.
You're just looking for a problem.
I was going to piggyback right off that too. I feel truly people that feel the need to extend. I mean, if you get a shitty experience, by all means, like, let people know.
Right.
Like, I've been here a couple times, or this was actually really bad. I understand that.
Yeah.
However, when you come in with a certain level of entitlement, and just like you said, you're not being served as soon as you pop up at a bar, because that's how you get treated at your other places or wherever you go as a regular. Like, hey, by the way, did you see the 30 other people in front of you that covering the distance between you and this space? Like, I'm here, and this is my own rhetoric, because, like, hey, you know what? I'm sorry. I see you. I'm getting swamped. I'll be with you. If after acknowledgement and all these things, you still leave a bad review, that's you were just coming out looking for smoke.
Right.
And that just feels
You were literally looking for a problem.
Yeah.
And
it's-
I'm with that. So I get that.
Yeah.
Good.
But I just don't like the amount of like power and influence that Yelp has over it.
Right, because managers and owners and people that run these restaurants definitely like try to put that on us, like the employees, that we need to pay attention to it and we need to feel a way about it. And I've had a bunch of, I call them principal office meetings, where like they sit down with like a couple managers to be like, hey, so do you remember this one experience that someone wrote about you? And then I'm like, yeah, I remember that, bitch. This is what the fuck happened. Yeah. And I'll do it again.
Yeah. In fact, I did it before you called me.
I hope to burn in hell.
So my biggest experience with that, and like it made
reference. Sorry, I love that film so much.
And it made me feel mortified too, because I was working as a concessions bartender, and this lady came up to me and she presented like a teacher's card. She was paying with a teacher's card. And I was like, and I gave her all the discounts. I was like, oh my God, like, here's all the discounts because y'all don't get paid enough, and like, you need discounts. Like, they don't treat you guys right. And unfortunately, it was a black couple, and they thought I was being racist to them. And so they brought up the next day, and I got called into the manager's office being like, these folks like came up and like complained against you, saying like they didn't make enough money because they were black and you were a white person. I was like, oh. And I had to explain myself. I was like, no, they gave me their California educator's card during the teacher crisis too, with payments. And I was like, no, it was because they're teachers and educators are important. And I let them know that too. And like showed their cards like, you guys don't get paid enough. And like gave them all the discounts because like they were educators.
Wait, did you say that?
I did say that, yes.
Okay. I can see how it can be skewed.
I know, and I saw how it could be like misconstrued.
So you prefaced it by saying you guys are educators and don't get paid enough, right?
No, I did
You
not
just held
say
up the
that.
card and said you don't get paid enough.
Yeah. And I like pointed at the card.
You're black.
You're broke, bitches.
Well, the educator's card is like
It's money.
the educator's card is like pure yellow with
Right.
a red apple on it and
Yeah.
says California educators on it. It was like, and I even said, it was like,
That's
you
enough
guys do
context clues.
You guys do so much for the community. Like, you guys don't get paid enough. Like, they do not pay you nearly enough.
Right.
Like, do not pay this $20 for this bullshit cocktail. Here's your here's your discount. And they thought they were being discounted because I thought like black people don't get paid enough.
Oh man, that's so rough. That's
Yeah.
a thin line.
I'm
to
gonna take
walk.
that racism. I'm gonna go with that discount.
Yeah, that's the part that confuses me the most. I'm like,
also, too,
yo,
like,
call me broke.
ran with it.
They're like, fuck it. Now we want more.
They
like,
love the 50% discount. Trust me.
50?
Yeah, 50.
Wow,
and they
you know
still
what?
complain?
They doubled
And
down.
they still complain.
It was
They
like,
doubled
no, it should have
down.
been 100.
Yeah, no, they doubled down because they want to be able to come back and say,
They wanted free
"Oh,
tickets
I
to
want
the next
free
show."
shit all the other times that I come
Yeah.
here. Like you need to appease me for this slight."
And I thought I was doing something good for their teachers' education.
Let me ask you,
Yeah.
did you they presented it to you, right?
Yeah.
Did they say anything about, do we get
They said absolutely nothing. They were
Okay,
still
so
like
you-
very simpatico, like very like happy, smiling. Like,
so you
"Oh,
saw
yeah,
it
go ahead."
and applied it and just said thank you, and like it came out the way that it came out.
Yeah.
And they still listen, I'm sorry, there's a special place in hell when
Yeah.
you are recognized. And like if you present like military, everybody else, if you have that and you get that presentation, like if you still have something to bitch about, it'd be one thing if you didn't get a discount and you have provided that service to the community or anybody else. It's like, all right, yeah, well, I don't care about that. We don't do that. That's something to raise a fuss about.
Sure.
But when you got it and somebody acknowledges that, sorry, that is severely on you.
Yeah,
That is severely on you. That's
Well,
weird.
they literally made the complaint because they thought it was a white person pitying a black person.
They would have
That's
found
what
a
they
reason.
brought up.
They
Yeah.
would have found a reason for us too. I promise.
Yeah, it just
I'm sure they would have, but I had to deal with it, and I was like, "No, guys,
Yeah.
they gave me a teacher card. They were educators."
yeah.
I actually see that at my bar as well, not to that severity,
Jesus.
but you know, at our bar, like when we have some of our white coworkers, they're working
yeah.
like the wood, and then like when people just wait that extra 5 minutes for getting their drink, they'll be like, "That person's being racist," and it's just like, "Oh,
yeah.
they're just swamped right now."
Yeah.
And if it was me over there, I don't know, like they would come up with something else, but like it always, when you throw the race card out there, now things get really escalated really fast, and
Yes,
now
they
you gotta
do.
like,
Yeah.
It's not that I'm being racist. You're just not next.
Imagine,
Yeah.
Us being the same race or opposite
Yeah.
races doesn't make you next.
Yeah.
You're just not next.
Or
I'm
just like,
sorry.
well, come on, bro, hook it up, make it
No.
double without me actually paying
Bruh.
for double. Like what?
I'll see you on that, but I will raise you one issue I've been having lately. Is with people who know me, especially ones who are in the service industry, come to my bar, and they know me. And it'll be a week because I only work weekends, so usually 2 of my nights are the nights. I get people who come in and they're like, "Oh, hey, Nando, oh, hey, not like," but it's like 3 or 4 of them, and they all think they're the only one who knows me. You came to my bar.
Right.
I'm busy. Like I like you being
This is my
black
house.
or
I'm
Mexican
the
or
host.
white or whatever does not apply. You knowing my name does not apply. Us being friends does not apply. I will get to you when I get to you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean I'm being mean. I'm not being racist. I'm not being prejudiced. I'm not being anything. Just not fucking next, bro.
Yeah.
Seriously. But I've had people like this past fucking weekend. One of my homies, cool ass fucking dude, swore he was so fucking pushy. Just like, "Oh, I need this, I need this, I need that." And like, I'd give him one thing. He's like, "Well, let me add another thing." And I'm like, "How are you doing the thing that you know we don't fucking like? You're trying to add to your bill and we're already done, bro. Like, don't make me not like you, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still gonna like you, but don't make me not like you right now."
And then be like, come back 5 minutes later and be like, "Oh, can I put in food and 3 other drinks?"
Yeah.
Like, I know you knew you already wanted this shit.
Yeah, no, it was worse.
Like, just
It
because
was
you're the homie, it doesn't mean that you can just do whatever the fuck
exactly, but it was
Yeah.
worse because I'd give him the drinks and I'd turn to the next guest who had been waiting, and then as I'm talking to them, "Hey, no, I need it." Bruh, you're already fucking done. I don't care if this woman next to you now needs a drink. She should have spoke up before we closed you
Correct.
out.
Yes.
Before I went to the next fucking guest.
Yeah.
You knowing me does not
Agreed.
help you skip the fucking
Agreed.
line.
It's
Sorry.
about respect. Like, sure, you can go in and like know us.
Yeah.
And like that's cool, sure. Like I'll help you out, but you also gotta respect the rest of the industry. Like
Absolutely.
if I help you out and then I have a bunch of customers, you gotta let the customers come first. Like
Yeah.
you had your moment.
Especially if
Either
you're in
have
the
all your
industry.
fucking shit together
Yeah.
or wait for your second round.
Right. You're one of them now. You're one of them.
Exactly.
You're not one of us. You don't work here. You're one of them.
May I piggyback off that
Please.
too? Okay, so if you're in the industry and you come in and try to pull that I know the guy thing, also if you come in with a large group, like, hey, 3 at a time, not 10. Like, you know what it takes to do all of that, and that interrupts the entire flow of the rest of the
Or you
night.
send the designated person.
Well, it's just like, or even come up with a partner. It's like, hey, go, you like 3, I want 2 old fashions, blah blah blah. I want this and that. Very easy, 2 shakeable things. There you go. Cool. I'll be back. And or just make it waves. It's a conveyor belt. Truly, like if you know that your person is in the weeds, especially on a busy night, as you're describing, don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Don't do that shit.
Yeah.
Like just come up and like help us help you. Keep the flow. That's like people that like change lanes without signaling, or like go over to this fast lane and go slow. You fuck up the flow of everything else. That's my
Why
biggest
are you
pet
60
peeve.
miles an hour in the left lane?
Listen,
Get your ass moving.
I got ticket money. Move
Yeah.
your shit. Ticket money.
Yeah.
Park in the red zone, bitch.
I just came off a fucking busy night. I'm gonna give the cop that money right now. Go ahead,
Don't
friend.
give a
I got
fuck.
ticket money. Don't do that. Don't step up to the bar, especially, and then look back and say, "What y'all want?"
Yeah.
I swear to God, if you come up to the bar, waving me down, throwing shit at me, calling my name, and then you don't know what the fuck you want, I'm swinging on you. I'm swinging on you with my feet. Okay, that's kicking you.
I
in
will
the
be
face.
shaking and just give you the Bruce Lee fucking
Listen,
roundhouse.
I'm black and I will turn red.
Roadhouse.
Please don't do that shit,
We were just talking about switches tonight.
Yeah.
man.
Wow.
There's something about being in the industry.
Can't bring that up.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what did he say?
You gotta let one of us bring that up.
Because there's no context, and it's just
Switches,
like, wait,
like,
why did Ryan talk about switches earlier? I wonder. Gee golly, gee whiz.
Because my switch was a wooden spoon.
He sent us out to cut him ourselves.
Anyway,
Anyway,
have some decorum.
Yeah, no, I was just saying there's something about people in the industry being an inconvenience when they go to a friend's or a person they know bar. It's like, supposed to be on the same team, man. Friendly fire. What the fuck are you doing?
yeah.
Ooh,
Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, man.
Friendly
Yeah.
fire is a fucking
That's
It
it.
and
really
it needs
is.
to
It
stop.
absolutely
And
is.
those are the
Yeah.
people. Those are the people that are temporarily going to be in the street. They're going to be
Yeah.
there for maybe a month or two until
Yeah.
they get to their fucking desk job or
Yeah.
nursing, whatever the fuck it is they do. But they're not in there for, aspect of it. They're not there to really give a shit. They're just like, to them, really, it really is just another job, like working retail. Whatever. Like they don't
Right.
give a fuck. Clock in, clock out. And I know a lot of us do that sometimes. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna clock in, but I'm gonna do my best. They clock in, it's like, whatever happens, happens, I guess.
It's
I'm
literally
here.
just a job to
I'm
them.
here. Yeah, I'm here.
It's like I showed up, right? Be grateful I showed up. It's like,
Yeah,
but
they're
you,
not industry, but then they try to ride the coattails of being an
Yeah.
industry when they like run into other industry bartenders.
And they make
Yeah.
like you,
It's
you
like,
put on your
guys,
jersey. Now I need
this
you. Now I need you to
Yeah.
perform.
Yeah.
Just because you put on a jersey doesn't mean that's it. Now you got to play.
Yeah, but you got people like that in every profession. It's just that with our profession, it's more glaring because of how they will back off of an actual good bartender. Go to a place and say, "Oh, I'm a bartender. You're
I
gonna
know
take care
this
of me,
guy.
right? Like,
Don't
you're
worry,
gonna-
guys. I know this guy.
Oh,
He'll
I
give
know
us
what
a
you're. I
discount.
know what you're going through. So you're gonna take care of me, right?
And like so
Come on,
around the
man.
board now, I want to ask because I've had many experiences in my life. How do you know a fake industry person?
Any
Starting
industry
with me.
person that tells me that they're in the industry,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because the last thing I'm gonna do is just tell you that out of nowhere. I'll sit at your bar the whole time and never tell you that I'm in it,
Yeah.
unless something comes up and I'm like, dude, I hate when that fucking happens,
Yeah.
like something like that. But
Yep.
just volunteering the information like that, like, oh, I'm a bartender, oh, I'm a server, I do this. I'm like, not
Hello,
really.
fellow bartender.
Yeah.
I too am a bartender.
Yeah,
I do also sling the booze.
yeah, yeah. I tend the bar. Like what?
Geoffrey?
Well, more so after learning that, and then watching how they present themselves.
Yeah.
Like that makes me crazy. It's like, oh, so you do this at a high scale, and if I learn that they're doing it at a place where I know people make great money, I'm like, wow, and this is how you conduct yourself. It feels like they're turning themselves into the guests that they despise.
Yeah.
And I don't like that shit at all.
Like they're waiting till the end of the day to be the guest that they hate all entire night.
It's just, it feels like it's
It's
big
my turn to be
roundabout.
entitled.
It's my turn.
Yeah, it's very
I
Republican.
think you have one single iota of tenuous power now, and you use it to wield over me.
Yeah.
Who's in a position that you are in every other day. Like I love that. I love that you brought that negativity to me.
That's my.
I needed it.
Appreciate
Yeah. I was looking forward to it the whole shift.
Thank you, bitch.
Oh, so you mean you? Got it. Got it.
I think those are already my two things that that point out like somebody that's fake industry. If I could flip it, somebody that is real industry, just because I'm running out of shit to say because those two are mine.
perfect.
But like I would say like the person, because I do this myself, when you're at the fucking bar and you just automatically start cleaning shit up, even though you're
Oh yes, I tried to turn it off.
I can't turn it fucking off.
I tried.
And
I tried so
and you
hard.
just kinda like, I'm just like, oh, well, let me help you just move this closer to the
let me
well
help them save
for
some
you.
time.
And it's
I would
like,
literally be at a dinner with 10 people, and as soon as we're done with our appetizers, I will stack up all the appetizer plates in all of our. If it's a spot where they'll like take your dirty plates to give you clean ones or clean silverware, I will stack it like so. This one is all of the like dirty app plates. This one is all of the like share plates, and then I put all of the utensils on it. And like Michelle will literally look at me and be like, Ryan, you're not fucking working right now. And I'm like, but this makes it easier for us. You know what? I just start doing all this stuff, and I'm like, look at it.
and the person that does that and is just not it's just like super quiet, not even like saying anything. That's the person I love, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna hook you up somehow for the end of the night.
When I see somebody folding, sorry, uninterrupt. You know, when I see someone putting a triangle fold to their napkin, I'm like,
oh my. When I see them fold that napkin up so it's like 1 inch by 1 inch when they're done, and I know it's dirty, and I'm like, oh my god.
You
put everything on the plate. Thank you.
I like walk up and it's like plate stacked and everything else. I'm like,
Boner.
raging hard on.
Shit.
What's yours?
I'm about to have a sequel in my pants.
So for me, the like. For me, the one that I like hate is when like fake industry people come up and they try to order like some 1960s cocktail that has never been ordered. Like there was this dude from Islands who would always come into the Wellsborn and order a Harvey Wallbanger.
Oh my god.
Wait, what was his name? What was his name? Tell me his name.
I don't remember his name because I hated him so much.
Oh, man.
He was like some 5'3" son of a bitch who came in with like 3 hot girls who I knew were only shopping for the rest of the hot guys in our bar. But he brought them in and be like, can I get 3 Harvey Wallbangers? And I'd be like, bitch, when is the last time you think we had Galliano?
Are you a ghost?
Like, who are you? And I did it once in my life after getting out of my like bartending class, and I like went to a bar and was like, can I have a pink lady, please?
Oh my god.
And they were like, what the fuck is that? It's like, okay, two vodka crayons then, please. But he
I've
would
never
always come and
seen
order
it.
a fucking Harvey Wallbanger, or someone orders like some weird version of a Long Island iced tea or some weird version of a gimlet, like everything we learned in like bartender school if we went to it. And I'm like, guys, they taught you these just for the class?
Yeah.
Please fuck off.
You don't even enjoy it. I guarantee you don't even enjoy that drink.
Right. You won't enjoy
Keep
it.
talking. I'll be right back.
Yes, I do have the ingredients. No, I'm not gonna make it for you.
Absolutely.
I've never seen a Harvey Wallbanger get used. I've never even seen a bottle of Galliano be touched. I've seen it behind the bar, but I've never seen it be
We have it
touched.
half the time just for it to exist there.
I
Yeah.
feel like the Harvey Wallbanger is like the Pythagorean theorem of algebra. You're never gonna use that bitch again. You're never gonna use that motherfucker again.
But you had to learn it once.
Never. You had to learn it once so you can graduate your
I second
goddamn
that
class.
movement, President.
So do I,
Yes.
because I both remember the name Harvey Wallbanger and Pythagorean theorem, but I can't tell you what's in either one of them. I I can't tell you what's in either one of them other than Galliano.
B squared equals get the fuck out of my bar.
Yeah, I thought Galliano was in both. I didn't fucking know. I haven't seen him get used.
He was drinking that shit when he came up with the rest.
His middle name was that.
Pythagoras was so shit-faced on so much Grecian Merlot.
Bro.
He was like, yo, man, these triangles got some fucking angles, bitch.
It's a Grecian Merlot.
You guys ain't wearing no drawers, man. I'm trust you. Out of here, dog. Come on.
Just 3 sheets to the wind, literally.
And one of those sheets is the one draped around their shoulder.
Man, I'm saying, man, you hype with the same shit you walk in. Nah, man, these guys shit in a hole in the ground.
Bro.
Wait, no, I never thought about that. Did they do that? Please tell me they didn't do
my
that.
drinks. What's up?
I was like, please tell me they didn't do that. I didn't think about that.
Big wipes with the same shit they're walking in. It's dragging on the ground.
I have said book from said school.
Oh my god.
No way.
Holy shit.
That is
Those cocktails are in here.
Spiral bound and
Right.
Playboy Cooler.
Wow.
This is incredible.
I had the same book,
Shut the fuck up.
yeah.
This one?
Yeah, that tracks.
but it's in like a long version.
I had to go through like
His
all
is
the-
bigger.
It had a whole page. Yeah, I get it. Dick sizes.
Yours is bigger than his.
Oh my
In
god.
this instance.
Damn.
They have a section for Halloween drinks.
Is a Scooby snack in there?
No.
Oh, that's bullshit then.
Yeah, but you're actually no.
Fuck.
So you were asking
Well,
about
you-
the
you
white
were-
thing you could do. You just did it.
You were right about like talking about these fucking 1910, 1920 ass fucking cocktails that they learned when they went to bartending school and they don't fucking apply. I mean,
Yeah, half the shit I had to do in my test to make like the set like 12 drinks in 7 minutes or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
I have not made a single one of those
Honestly?
in my entire time bartending.
like what the fuck is a swimming pool?
I mean,
Flying kangaroo.
where they find you floating, though. Face
Palms
down.
up.
Quaalude.
Palms up.
Quaalude.
It's just a Quaalude. I don't know what that is. Like, just take the Geoffrey.
Just Geoffrey.
Do the Geoffrey.
Here's the whole move. Ready, Ross?
Oh, it's a shot.
He just don't move.
But yeah,
Geoffrey is having one Michelob Ultra and passing out.
Hey, there was no Ultra back then. It was Michelob Heavy.
Yeah. Mick Heavy.
don't go to bartending school.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah,
a
don't.
scam.
Don't.
Just
Pay for this
It
shit.
still has sticky notes in that, man.
I do have sticky notes
I was
for
trying
the
not to
test.
address
They're
that.
all blank.
Shit.
They were bookmarks. They were bookmarks.
Shit.
There ain't a single thing written in them margins.
No. They were
Oh my
bookmarks for the
God.
test.
That is spiral down.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
You broke Ryan.
Empty ass bookmarks.
They're not.
This is an agenda book from high school.
Oh, them shits.
Right?
The agenda book from high
Get a
school.
Fruitopia. Get to class.
There are some notes in here, but no, these were bookmarks.
All
right,
that's
these were
amazing.
bookmarks.
I ain't mad at you.
Oh my god, as much as we're having fun with this, we should move on
Alright,
to the next
alright.
topic.
Sorry,
Money.
but a chocolate raspberry royale.
I'll punch you in the face if you order that shit.
I'll punch my fucking 21-year-old self in the face for doing this
Is that
dumbass
like
shit.
Crown Royal with some shit?
Bro, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, chuck that shit.
But I think
Anyways.
all in all, the thing is, these people that are leaving these Yelp reviews are given too much power by owners, by managers, and at the end of the day, they just don't have any self-awareness to fucking leave a Yelp review about I waited 30 minutes when actually you waited 5 minits. Like, you just don't have self-awareness,
I don't
and
fucking know.
they should be more self-aware when they're coming into bars and actually take notice of what's going on in their surroundings.
Right.
Did you ever have bartender incentives that were based off of Yelp reviews?
There's one going on right now.
Yeah,
in our
yeah,
restaurant.
yeah.
I had that
We've
too,
had
yeah.
that at a
we got
place
like
we
an extra
worked at.
$500 if we got the most 5-star reviews.
Whoa.
when we were
Yeah.
on
I
Oh
actually
my god,
participated in
yeah.
that.
Yeah, we had that
I
at a
did
place
participate in that and I lost.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how I did.
No,
Yeah,
a place we worked
I
at,
knew
they
how I
would
did.
give away bucks. Call it that. They'd give away
Without
bucks
the
with dollars
At that
at that venue. But you couldn't come into that venue without permission, so you had to go
Well,
to
that
the
sounds like a
sister venue
12-point piece of shit.
across
Jesus Christ.
across the hall from us. Everyone would just
Are they sponsored by
But
Sally Mae?
you would just dude. Yeah, that
No
bitch
Mohila.
that bitch came for her money last month. I was like, yo, I thought I moved on. I've seen other people since you, Sally. I'm a different person now. Yo, I owe other people now. But yeah, that was one of the things they would do. Like based off of reviews, they'd give you bucks that you could spend with them.
Yeah.
But you had to ask before you came in.
You know, it's funny, like literally just today.
What's the fucking point?
Never heard no shit like that in my life.
No, that's our thing right now is basically if you win the whole thing, you get a gift card to our restaurant. And it's just like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And like literally just today, they were bringing it up because I had been getting some Yelp reviews, whatever. And the manager literally looked at me and was like, it's really funny to see Yelp reviews from you because I know you give great service, but you really don't give a flying fuck about these reviews.
Yeah.
He literally said that. I was like, yeah, kind of. I mean, I just do my thing.
Yeah, like I still don't give a fuck.
By the way, that speaks more about how you run this place. Just FYI.
Yeah, like he knows I don't give a fuck, and I just
That makes him want to go into this place more.
That's on you.
It doesn't make me want to go in there more. It makes me want to stay away.
Combination of milk and honey together in actual drink. You ever
Well, of
drink
course,
that?
yes.
What's that like for you?
Yeah.
Of course I have, yeah.
Was it like, you know, in like a sexual nature, or was it just like straight up you just wanted milk and honey?
Did you fuck a girl
No,
named Honey?
sexual nature. That gets way too sticky.
Oh man, yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
Thank you. But no, milk and honey, it actually kind of has to be in like a hot drink because the honey gets too like settled down and sticky. So like it has to be in like a hot time.
Does it the milk
It's
congeal?
too hard.
I'm not going to even address that, but
Wow.
it does not congeal. No. But no, milk and honey, when it's like properly mixed, there's a reason why it's called milk and honey, and the reason why like the Jews went through the desert for 40 years to find it.
Glad he said it because we
it's
can't.
bliss.
Yeah.
What?
Huh?
No, continue.
That's a biblical story, Nando. That's
Nah, I was just saying. I'm glad you
just like
said.
get scared.
Yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
you can and can't say.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be.
Black, we don't know if we can say the J word right now.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
So speaking of milk and honey,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the shit for that. Fine. Let's segue.
on the last episode, we discussed the whole situation with Keith Lee visiting restaurants in Atlanta and this and that.
Sorry. Continue.
And so yeah, he did the review on that place, and we discussed their rules and whatever, and we all decided that we were for the restaurant and shit. Well,
Yeah, we came to the consensus of fuck the people, right, P?
yeah, but also like we appreciate them and give us your money, but don't be dicks. It's fuck the people to the assholes that I'm not gonna get into it. Anyways,
Yeah.
keep going. So within that same week, those owners doubled down, and they. Am I good?
Motherfuckers
And
straight
they-
up like IT crowd right now.
And they released a video, a TikTok, and I guess the daughter of the owner or whatever to the owner, he was like, "Hey, did you see the review from Keith Lee?" And the guy, who I believe is the main owner, was like sipping his fucking whatever, was like, "Who's Keith Lee?" And then somebody stitched that video playing as their PR person. It's like, why the fuck would you say that? Blah, 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 blah. And then there are other videos that are people driving by their restaurant and it's empty now since they released that video. And then they doubled back, deleted it, and I believe they issued some kind of apology or statement.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I was with them up until they did that shit. It's like, you don't... we get it. Yelp reviews and reviews, you know, it shouldn't be your Bible on how you run your restaurant.
Sure.
But do not double down on that shit. That is, if you're not in the right or you're not in the right of public opinion, don't double down because you're just gonna fuck yourself over big time. And in that same video, it was somebody walking down the street and like their patio's empty, it's all empty. They go to the next store over and it's like a bodega shop, sandwich shop, and it's fucking packed. And in their window, they have a sticker that says Keith Lee approved with him with the thumbs up and the verified. And they were packed.
That shit is better than an A rating in your restaurant. The Keith Lee approval is next level. It's wow.
I don't know how I feel about giving one man that much power.
Because no one man should have all that power.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You beat me to the joke. Yeah.
But here's the thing. He never asked for it. He just gave his very honest opinion, and people
But
were
he
like,
utilized it.
we like that you give your honest opinion. And he's even said, people have tried to tell me like, oh, we'll pay you. And he's like, no, because if I go somewhere and it's trash and I say it's good, people are going to stop believing me.
Yeah.
It's like, I do this because I like food.
Right.
You know, like I used to be a fighter, so I would have to eat a lot and eating good food, this and that. Like, so I just did this and people flocked to it. And so, you know, I'm just doing a service and I'm fortunate, this and that, whatever.
I mean, if I was getting paid and I went to a spot, I would still say it's trash. Like, you're paying me for my honest opinion. So
well, they were trying to pay him to give a good review regardless.
Yeah,
that's what he
well,
said.
they'd be in for a very surprising standing
And
with
that's why he didn't take it. But it was just, it was sad and funny to see them release this video, double back, delete it, issue a statement. It's like, damn, we fucked up. It's like, yeah, no shit, you fucked up. You should have never made that first video in the first place. You should have just took it as what it is and either continue doing the business as you do or adapt or do something else, expand, hire more people, something like that, but not fucking double down and be like, who's Keith Lee? You know who the fuck people were like, I bet you know who he is now. Like, you know who the fuck he is. Don't play. You know.
You fucked around and you found out.
And you found out hard.
So that place is kind of empty now.
And then
themselves.
My limited understanding of that whole interaction was that the food actually wasn't even bad. It was just how they treated it.
Well, he didn't even get to eat the food. He didn't even get to eat there. But a lot of people say the food is good. It's just because of the parameters, it's either hard to get in or take out, whatever, this and that. But
I mean, sometimes service can ruin that. It absolutely. I just had that this weekend.
We did discuss that. It's like, if you can't abide by those rules or fit in there, then don't go. It's not for you. And Kia said it right. It's like, not everybody deserves to eat that food.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is.
I love his honest, true opinion about these places. Like, honestly, this is weird to me. This is my own opinion on it. Like, this is this texture, XYZ. This is my true rating on it. But
and
if
he
you
even
like
said
it, go ahead and try it.
He even said, "Don't come."
He
said, "Don't come after them." He's like, "This is just my outlook and my perspective of it. Do not come for these people." He says that. So he's like, "If you guys want to try, go for it, but I can't give a review because I get to try the food." And then I saw some shit, and it was really sick. Is that there's people in Atlanta that were threatening him and his family.
Yeah, it was bad.
And so in his own subtle way, he made a video saying how, like, why he got into it, and it was a compilation of him and his UFC fights knocking motherfuckers out. Like, so you know, I got hands. So
like, if you want to try to come at me like this, just know it's gonna end poorly.
And he's definitely not lacking. I'm just say that. So, people are fucking. It's some disgusting shit, and it's sad. It's really fucking sad that that people can't just take that criticism. In this instance, a review, and they're like, no, we got to double some dumb shit. It was fucking.
That's a whole topic of platform not being able. I mean, bridge the two topics together. It's not that we can't handle but warranted the way that he gives, like, actual, not criticism, but actual critique. What I had, how I feel. Don't come after these people. Have it. That's like, so we're asking for the same level of professionalism, same level of integrity from want to leave up review. Even an honest review, don't leave one. Don't leave one that you're trying to harm someone just because you had a bad interaction. That's someone else's livelihood.
Yeah, we want a Keith Lee, not a Karen.
Yeah.
This is going to sound weird for coming from me, but don't do it out of spite.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
It's one of the few things you should not do out of spite.
Yeah, right? Yeah. That's why I said it's going to be weird coming from me, but don't do it out of spite.
My spite will be if I don't leave a tip. That will be my spite.
Right.
Yeah, do that.
That is how you leave a review. Yeah. The tip is the review. That's what we've been saying this whole time.
We literally had somebody chase us out of a Korean barbecue place because the service was fucking awful. And we all left a $0 tip.
Bro.
And we were all industry. And she chased us out being like, why was there no tip? And then the one guy like turned around, pushed us away. It was like, well, X, Y, and Z. You took a call in the middle of our order. You ignored us for about an hour and a half. Yes. Yes, you tried to limit us on our food as we were paying for all of it, and you tried to limit us. So, like, of course we're not leaving you anything. And you never came in to say hi on us. We had empty drinks for about 45 minutes.
Yikes.
No.
I'm not gonna.
Hell no.
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say first, but my mom had a similar story when she came on the podcast and told us about it. When she went to an all-you-can-eat sushi place, and the lady chased her out of the building, saying, "You got a tip. You got a tip." And she said, "I already did. Why are you chasing me out of the building?" She's like, "Well, they work hard. You got a tip." And she said, "Well, you should pay them more."
Bless your mom.
But yeah, it's funny because they chased you out there saying, "Oh, you got a tip." It's like,
And we were
either
like,
I already
"No."
did, or B, no, because your service was absolutely dog shit.
That's your feedback.
And we've never
know this.
never have been and never will be pro tipping someone for not doing.
Yeah.
Like, as much as we try to as industry people, like I try to give 20% because I'm always like, okay, maybe you're understaffed and like
Sure.
you're trying your best and everything else. But if it's like absolutely dog shit,
Yeah.
I'm going to fucking let you
Yeah.
know.
Right.
We preach about tipping in hopes that the person or server bartender is giving you good service, and it's like, yes, you should. But if it's bad, absolutely bad like that, where they're checking their phone and shit like that, and you need service, that's completely warranted. Don't tip them.
Yeah.
Speaking to patrons on this one too, like, no, speaking to everybody, research where tipping comes from, and I guarantee your whole perspective on this will shift very hard because it's very much a Western, like,
Already
like,
there.
industry. Like, it's very much not what you think it is. Okay, so if you're showing up to your job, you do a shitty job, and you get pissed off when people don't tip you, check yourself. And then people that come in knowing what tipping actually is and from where it derives, also educate yourself. So just please connect those two dots before you go out. And if you intend to go out, like it is twofold. Like, we're not going to bend over backwards for you and just take it on the chin from you because we're working for your tip. We are, essentially, but at the same time, we're here supporting ourselves, doing our thing. And if we are doing our best, given our circumstance that you can see, if you walk into a busy place and we're getting our absolute ass kicked, it's one thing. You don't have to tip us if you feel like your service has not been up to par. But for you to take a little piece of us on your way out just feels a little bit guttural.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I didn't get everything I want. And by the way, I don't know what you want. I want to give you all the time that I can, but did you see the environment that you walked in?
Yeah.
I'm getting
But
my
if they're
ass
doing
kicked.
absolutely their best and like it's only 2 people in the restaurant and it's completely full,
Correct.
like you could try a little bit harder, sure.
Yeah.
But you're also handling an entire restaurant. So like I'll give you like 15.
But I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
also, like, as long as I'm communicating with you and I'm not running over, hey, sorry, bullshit. Like, I really appreciate your patience. I want you to know if there's some sort of compassion with, like, I know this is not experience that you're looking for. Well, however you want to chop it up.
Yeah.
But like, here we are. We're all in this industry. My job's not any less of a job than your job.
Right.
But I'm here. I'm here still providing a service to you. Okay. So like, don't take that out on me. But if my service is not meeting your standard, then I understand that and tip accordingly. But like, don't fucking take it out on us because we're not doing this shit on purpose.
Right,
And by the way, if you are a server doing that shit on purpose, then you get to reap the benefit of that fucking consequence.
Because sometimes too, it's like I know it's not the server or the bartender's fault. It's like the house's fault. So I'm still gonna like tip you to make sure you get what you can, but like I want to let the house know like I am doing this lower tip because you guys didn't have your shit together.
Right,
yeah.
It's not the bartender's fault. It's not the server's fault. It's that you had full covers for your entire evening and you only had 2 servers on for the night during an industry evening. Go fuck yourselves.
I'll say,
But it's also, we don't know how many call-offs they have.
Yeah.
There's so many factors that go into it. It's just, I'm only worried about person who accommodating me.
You can see that effort.
As Geoffrey said, like, I need that attentiveness. Like, it's not that I need you here every moment when I see that you're busy and I see that there's a lot going on, but at least if you're being attentive to me and, oh, hey, I'm sorry I haven't been here in a while. As you can see, 5 other tables and none of them. I'm doing the best I can. Like, be attentive, be communicative, let me know what's going on.
Yeah.
Then I'm not gonna still give you 30% unless you fucking sweetheart, and I'm like, I take care of you.
Right. Yeah.
But it's like, all right, well, I'm still gonna do my best to tip you appropriately because you did the best you could, and you let me know that this was not even knowing that I'm the person who also understands that it's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be attentive.
It's hard to do that because sometimes, like, when you go into a spot and you know they're understaffed, and it's like, okay, I know they're doing this, but you don't get that attentiveness when they actually come to you, and it's like, well, the least you could say is like, hey, I'm understaffed and here's what we're doing. And like, this is why you're waiting 30 minutes per visit from your server.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're not given that, and every time you come over, it's like, okay, what's next? Cool. Done. All right. And you're out.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Shit, I'll help you talk shit about the manager for not staffing correctly. If you talk to
and
me
that's what
about
I
it.
hope too, because I know it's not their fault, but of course I'm still going to be pissed.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know it's your manager's fault for not
Sometimes.
scheduling more people.
Sometimes there
For
are
me,
call
it's a
outs.
lot
There
of
are
the
so many
time,
things.
but
Yeah.
there's been a few times when it's been like, there's only like 6 people in here, and you've been shooting the shit with the bar back for 20 minutes as you're staring at me. I'm like,
that's different.
Yeah.
guess what? Whatever cash I have in my pocket, which is usually 0, is going to be your tip.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you go out to a bar and stuff, you're there because you want to enjoy the atmosphere, want to enjoy alcohol. Some people love alcohol. So you're there to have a good time.
Yeah.
Welcome to my fucking house,
Sometimes
bitch.
I've had some instances where people love alcohol a little bit too much. I had this guy a little bit recently. He came to the bar, and this motherfucker just like came in, sat down, did a little buzz, but like he just came in, so I wasn't fully assessed yet. And he's just like, oh no, he got a Long Island. He got a Long Island, and then I gave it to him. I was like, man, I just love liquor. And I was just like, Jesus, man.
That's one.
Talk about red flags.
That's 1 and 2. One is a Long Island off top.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Two
absolutely.
is once you get that first sip and you just like express, I love liquor. And I was just
That
like,
reminds me of that one video with the old guys like, please come back to me, baby. I got bologna and cheese or some shit. Of like,
I mean,
why did you feel the need to sing that?
That's,
Why would you tell me how much you love
We've all
liquor?
done of our tip certifications, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've all had to watch those videos with those egregiously stupid people in the videos.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, of course, no brainer, we're cutting them off.
Yeah.
And then you actually get one of them and you're like,
Oh.
shit, I need to cut them.
And it's the same person.
Yeah,
Like,
so-
yo, I saw the video of you. I trained based off of you.
So
I'm gonna-
to be a piece of shit, and then you're actually here being a piece of shit?
They're like, and they're all like, wait, they recorded me?
So I'm gonna go ahead and say sorry for this.
Okay.
But when you said I love liquor, it reminded me of like Dave Chappelle skits with hey, you know what?
Are we talking about Tyrone right now?
I love crack.
I'll teach the class.
Oh my God. No,
You
that's how-
said it. That's what came to mind.
Bro, that's how
immediately.
this guy kind of came off, and like there was like, it was like on a corner of the bar.
That's 3, man.
Grab me a beer, please.
Oh Lord. Oh wow. Yeah.
Thanks, Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Oh shit. No.
Fuck,
so
man,
that's how- bar like just perpendicular from him, and so like they were clearly doing their own thing. They're having like their girls' day just to drink and chill, whatever. And he kept on trying to like insert himself into their conversation.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
He was trying to insert himself into something.
Yes, indeed.
One
And
would say he was trying to come between them.
Oh goodness.
stop dinging yourself. It's almost like you're masturbating on the podcast. And so
Wait. Is this the same guy that said I love liquor?
Yeah, it's the same dude. And so it's one of those things, when like you're sensing that a woman may need your assistance at the bar and you're a male bartender, and so you keep on giving them like the look of just like, hey, you doing okay? Blink twice if you need help. And then at first they were kind of like, oh no, it's cool. But then after like he just kept on going, at a certain point they just gave me like
like some fucking Morse code coming out of their eyeballs, like
yeah,
The fucking fake eyelashes were fluttering.
No, fake eyelashes for sure. Yes, absolutely. And then and at a certain
You
point,
getting wind signals?
he
like,
asked for
help.
another Long Island, and then I went to start. Oh no, he asked another bartender for the second Long Island. I said, wait, stop, let me talk to him. And I was like, hey man, I feel like you're a little drunk. And it's cool, it's fine, whatever. But we're going to just take a break from the Long Islands. You sip that water. I'm going to refill it a couple of times, then we'll check back in.
let's just have a Massapequa instead of a Long Island.
But that's such a good way of doing it too.
Yeah.
It's
You're
receptive
not
of it, because sometimes they're not receptive.
Yeah.
to
You're
it.
not
hell
putting.
no. Most of the time they are not.
Yeah.
You're not shaming them. You're not making them feel bad. It's like, hey, you may or may not. So let's take a break,
Let's take a reset.
and a sensible person will be like, you know what?
Yeah, you're right. And he was very appreciative of it, and he was thankful of it. But I think he just kept on kind of start trying to chat with the women for a little bit, and then eventually he was like, "So I can get that other Long Island now?" And I was like, I'm still not giving. It's not give you Long Island vibes." And so
Maybe a gin and tonic.
Maybe a beer.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. So we have security there at our restaurant, and I don't feel like our security is really great at de-escalating
No.
things.
Oh God, no! I've met your security at non-disclosed location. It is not great.
I've never been. I've never met them.
To the task.
They're not into de-escalating things. So dude was very, very chill with me throughout. However, when homie approached him, was like, hey man, I think it's time for you to go. Da 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 da. And it just like was a little bit more aggressive. And he got up and da da da. And we made sure like, oh no, it's cool. He paid out. He can actually go. And like things escalated, and the whole time I felt bad because I was like, he's so chill, and like maybe he could just chill here, and it's not like a thing. But as soon as the security guard approached him about leaving, he turned up.
He became a problem.
He became the problem that we assumed he might be, and then I was like, my intuition was right. So he started calling the security guard N-words and all this other type of stuff, and it was just like, bro. You were so chill like literally 5 seconds ago, and the minute that he got approached, it was just like, yo, fuck you, da 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 da. And then I was just like, well, made the right call there. Anyway, ladies, how you doing?
What was this gentleman?
Huh?
I think he was saying
was
they
it?
were negligent people. I think.
No.
that's what the word
What was this gentleman?
Oh, he's Mexican. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
Wait, that reminds me of a funny ass tweet that I saw.
what did it remind you of?
There's a
nothing it reminds me of is funny at all.
No, there's
so.
a small little trend on Twitter right now. It's like
Of saying the N-word when you're Mexican?
Hold on. Pause.
You're scaring me.
It's where it's like, trust men or be blah blah blah.
Oh,
Trust women or be
yeah, I've seen
Dominican.
that.
This one said trust women or be Mexican. This was the tweet.
Lord.
Because Mexicans love to say it.
Oh. So much more.
Man.
Love to say it.
more.
And
So
I
much
will
more emphasis.
I will say
What
I've been witness to it because in the neighborhood that I grew up, in the school I went to, you know, it was a different time,
In
whatever.
the Heights?
But a lot of the Mexicans there, they all said it. So when I saw this
Man.
tweet, I was like, that's fucking funny.
Honestly, though,
So that's
the
even
people who say
funnier.
it the most are the Asians.
Asians?
I did not know that.
No.
Wow.
I did not know
I'll be
that.
real with you. Asians say it the most.
Where is your experience?
There's a lot of soy sauce on that comment.
This is a little baby.
Yeah.
A baby ding.
It's usually the ABGs, right? That say it.
God, no.
Yes.
ABGs and ABBs.
I mean, this conversation has the consistency of tofu right now.
Oh, Lord.
Very chewy.
Tea kettle.
It's very
chewy.
Push it and keep it flat.
And I don't like it. It's very chewy and I don't want it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Continue.
Where's the edamame?
No, it's just I'm just saying, in my travels, I've made a lot of friends. I've heard the story, especially with different ethnic groups and which one.
Oh,
There's a whole
yeah.
thing about
Okay.
the darker you are, you're considered black. It's the whole thing.
Well, no, we had that
And
whole conversation
I've-
when I had my China story.
I've had so many instances where I've heard it, and then
Seduced.
everyone
Never
fucking looks
heard
at
this.
me because they're just like, "Oh shit, you did it within the room." I'm like, "Hey, you did.
Right.
I'm in the room.
Right here.
I'm right fucking here."
They look
bro."
at you for validation as this is okay. As this
No, and I'm just like, no.
or they look at you and like, oh,
Yeah, like,
Oh.
no, we weren't supposed to say that.
in front of him.
in front of him.
No,
In front
you
of
weren't
him.
supposed to hear it.
That's what I'm saying.
Word,
Like,
that part.
Yeah.
Which
That part
which is
stands out.
one of those things where you're like,
Oh,
oh, I'm
Lord.
glad that you see me as one of you, but what the fuck does that mean?
Hold on.
For
On
me.
that one of you part, I can tell you that,
One
like,
of us.
that is very different from me. My upbringing, fuck it. My upbringing, because I spent 12 years in New York. And I promise, I heard it from every other flag nationality. Okay. Primarily around, like, Latin men and honestly, more often Latin women. So much so.
The Puerto Ricans.
Oh my God!
Puerto
So
Ricans.
much.
Puerto
I
Ricans.
lived in the
Yeah,
Bronx. I lived in the
Oh,
Bronx
yeah.
for a year and a half. And I swear to
yeah.
God, it was every
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
fucking word.
Yeah.
Every other word.
Yeah.
And it was always some 90-pound girl looking up at you, ready to hit you in the face, saying that shit every other word. I'm just wow.
Why you gotta
It's
be so
just like they
stupid?
It doesn't matter who it is. They want all of our rhythm, none of our blues. And I will say it 10 times over again.
I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that in a minute. I haven't heard that in a minute right
That's a
there.
bar.
That's
Yes.
That's
That's been one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites of all time.
Because you won't get checked. Like, they won't get checked by a white man for saying that shit. Because it's like, oh, it's not you. You can't say it, but I can kind of say it.
Because you
But
are
then they-
slightly brown,
then
so
they
we can't
kinda
say anything.
But the
Yeah.
white guys
Why?
are like, I only get to say it in my car and house.
I mean, shit.
It's like, all right,
I'm
cool.
telling you straight up, that shit made me uncomfortable for so
Yeah,
long.
yeah.
So long.
I will say this though: the part that makes me uncomfortable, whether or not they use hard R, and I've never heard Asian people use hard R.
You know what? I would
Really?
prefer
No.
to say I would prefer
I've
to
never
have
heard-
the hard R.
No, I don't, because to me, they use the hard A. It's like, no, this is just them saying what they
Imitation.
normally say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's imitation.
Yeah.
It's a form of flattery. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying it dulls the blade a bit.
Yeah.
When I hear the hard R, there's like no other way to make it.
Yeah,
I hear the hard R, like hearing the hard R in a room full of people who say it.
Have you heard the hard R since you left the South?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
I heard the hard R.
I heard it in Seattle.
You ever been in a Call of Duty lobby?
Yeah, that's why I'm not up there, bro.
But to your point though, like
Yeah.
the hard R part of it, like, all right, cool, I got you pegged. I can deal with bigots. I can't deal with halfways. Halfway crooks. I can't fuck with that at all.
Yeah.
At least when you say you're like, yeah, I don't fuck with you because you're a blank. I'm like, I can't be real mad at that because you fucking said that, didn't you, Brutus?
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna? What am I
It's
gonna
always
teach you,
Brutus.
Brutus.
Et tu, Brute?
You
You know what? I understand, Kyle.
And me too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Y tu
man.
también.
I can do all
You
the-
taught me in. Oh my god.
Wait, you went from Roman to Spanish?
Hey, man.
No,
Doesn't
man.
everybody?
And me,
That was
buddy.
romantic language.
Anyway,
Roman?
I think when a hard A or R
Spanish
is
is
involved,
romantic.
nothing is a romantic
there's so
language.
much more effort to put an A in it than an R.
That's what
Because
I'm
you
saying.
know what you're gonna say. You
Yeah.
know what it is.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do an A, I'll take it as an accident.
Hey,
You
I also-
mean that R.
listen.
Yeah.
You
Listen.
meant every
Just
part
like
of that
being
R.
in
I'm
public,
telling you.
you are not away from. Sorry, you are not free from being filmed while in public. Anything you
Yeah.
can see
Or
and
get
hear
knocked
in
out.
public can be recorded. Stand on it. Stand on your business. Stand on business.
Yeah.
Okay. And if it's the hard, if you stand on that big R, fine. You can get knocked off too. I'm just saying. But also, Don't say it. Because
He's looking straight at you. Don't look at me.
Over here. You kept it over here. It was very dirty.
Don't look at me.
I'm sorry, man. You're my milk.
Do I need to excuse myself?
I'm your $10 half gallon milk.
You're my milk, honey. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. But no, because like I understand that because like once in a while, because like I would like to consider myself one of the chiller homies.
That should be your intro. That's your intro. I am one of the chiller homies. That's it.
Hello, white America. I'm one of the chiller homies.
Once a year.
What did he do?
Once a year, when I get extremely drunk or high with one of the homies,
Yes.
and we're listening to a Wu-Tang song, and I'm rapping along with it.
Oh, man.
And the soft A comes out for the first verse, not the rest of it. I get that one pass for the entire year if I forget, and then I do not get to say it whatsoever for the rest of the year.
He said, if I forget.
This motherfucker is waiting on January 1st with that one Wu-Tang song. I gotta get it out.
Because I already
Gotta get it out.
It's New Year's Eve.
Folks, keyword right here. That's gonna be a hell no. Hell no. That's my hard A.
Yeah, word.
The hella no.
It's silent. Oh my God, that's so good.
In all honesty, I think the only people that can give the pass is Wu-Tang because they gave System of a Down the pass to do it.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
They made
Yeah.
a whole song, and it was a banger.
It's literally just 7 Chamber Part 2. When I get,
He quoted
I
the
don't want you. You don't have to like just narrow down.
exactly where
This is where I can drop my.
He's like, yo, I trained for this.
no,
trained for this.
it is not.
Okay, all right.
That's just so bad.
It's obvious.
So the guy that got kicked out, what happened? Did they beat his ass? Did they beat his ass? They just
Oh, now we want to go back to my story.
I think we have no choice.
We derailed hard. Did he get his ass beat?
I ruined
He
it
did
in
not
a
get
party.
his ass beat. But yeah, I mean, he left. I didn't actually. That's the thing is, I didn't actually hear him call the security that, but like later, like he came by, the security was like telling me, yeah, I was like, bro, you definitely like escalated the situation because he was super chill and just kind of like going. He like was understanding that he was drunk and he was doing a lot, and so he took the water. I feel like he had closed out, and he probably would have left a little bit more calmly. But the security guard just came up to him and was like, "Hey, man, it's time to go." And it just went from 0 to 100 real fucking quick. And then afterwards, yeah.
Was he
I
wearing
mean,
a-
I have had guests though, where like with my bouncers who I've been very close with, and they use the hard R with them when they've been at the bar. Like, I immediately stop serving them and also give my bouncer the A-OK to beat the shit out of them. Because I'm like, that does not happen on our bar. Like, you can't come in here. And like, also they were looking at me as like, you get it right. As they're looking at me, and I'm like,
shit.
I am
Wait,
not one of those.
you got one of the good ones? They were like, you're one of the good ones, and you're like, no,
I got
I'm
good
not.
one real hard. And
got
I'm
good
like,
one.
oh.
You were like, no, sir, we are not on the same
not the same.
team.
I'm like, no, because even one of the good white folks is not a good white folk. So let's not play this game. You just disrespected my friend and homie.
Yeah.
Shit.
Hardcore. So like, I don't care how many Christmas lights you have tangled around you. He's about to pull out his machete and also choke you out with
For
your
the
Christmas
record,
lights.
Getting good ones is not good.
It's not good at all.
From the same party. Oh, you're one of the good ones. You
Yeah,
said,
no, I got
what?
that from
Fuck
our
you.
last episode.
you say that you're one of the good ones. Fuck you.
Yeah, I can't think of a good scenario where you would get good one.
No,
I don't think
not
it-
a
no.
scenario.
No, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yeah, the
No.
moment you hear that, you know what that person
Like,
Because as soon as you say you're one of the good ones, that means there is bad ones.
They're the bad ones.
To them, you started down here.
Compared to them.
They said you started down here, but you know what? I'm willing to put you up here closer to me. You're closer to me because you're one of the good ones.
That's disgusting.
Come on.
Damn. No, but yeah, the whole point was not necessarily the N word, but the fact that like he just like he gave so many red flags from the moment he sat down.
Did he have a Dodgers cap?
I don't think so.
He gave so many of those white flags.
I don't know.
oh my god.
But
Damn it, son.
hey guys, what are your red flags when people sit down at your bar?
Oh man.
Yes, tell us your beige flags.
That is, yeah.
Hey, you want to start it off?
Oh,
If you don't, I have one already.
any kind of Dodgers gear.
Oh. Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Not all. Hold on. Not because of that, but just
what?
haven't had many good experiences with Dodgers fans.
Is it because you usually tell them to fuck themselves because you're a Cubs fan?
No, they don't know I'm a Cubs
fan.
fan.
Are you the problem?
No, I'm not the problem.
Okay. All right.
No, they just, in my experience, not saying all, in my personal experience, some Dodgers fans, you know, it also goes in line with the Raiders fans. They're a little bit, you know,
He's getting very
a little too
Raiders
much.
right now.
They're just
Raiders
a little
fans are
rowdy.
unhinged.
Bro, I know where I'm at. I'm just trying to play it. I'm just saying some of y'all, some, not all.
Not all you people, just some of you people. That's
What do you
what's
mean,
being
you
said.
people?
Dodgers fans. And the only ones that will get mad are the
One of these days, we're going to explain how you can't be the one to start those jokes.
Shit, one of these days we're gonna put all of his jokes together, and it's just gonna be a
compilation
reel
video.
of
It's gonna be
And watch it be the most popular shit you guys fucking
yeah, but with the wrong crowd.
Yeah. Take us to the top.
it's gonna be called One of the Good Ones. That's the name of the book.
It's going to be called January 6th all over again.
Wait, hold on. We said beige flags, right?
Yeah.
No,
Beige
I was thinking
flags.
1862 all over again.
Oh, see what we're gonna do now. see what.
I'm just trying to.
I was talking about A1 steak sauce. That's when they got created.
Okay, back to
I'm
beige
trying to power
flags.
through. Okay, I will backtrack a little bit. Usually, anybody that wears sports gear or something like that,
Oh,
like
I'm
a
dead
jersey or something to like a club type of environment, that would be like a beige flag for me.
Just gone out.
No, I said beige to try to make a white joke. That's why I said
Oh.
beige.
I said
red flag.
Yeah.
Understood. Okay.
Well, we
copy.
already,
I just heard beige
we did
flag
red
and
flags before.
Yeah,
Already.
well, we can do it all the time.
Red flags
this
is typically for like.
All right, fuck it. I'll do. Yeah, no.
You're
Red
ready
flag
for
would be.
something?
Red
Dodger
flag would
gear.
be. No.
That was what you said.
I'm backtracking. I'm backtracking.
Okay, cool.
I know. I'm trying.
I'm
remember-
helping you
His
out.
red flag
Remembering-
is Dodgers
no.
gear. He hates Dodgers fans.
remembering where we're at, remembering where I live,
Yeah.
sports gear in general. So
Sports
we can
gear in
go
general.
one way or the other.
Yeah. Let me clarify. When I said red flag, not just like for annoying guests, but specifically the guest that's going to come in and like just trying to turn up way too fucking much, like that guy.
What's your
Jesus,
red
yeah.
flag
Like-
indicator for that?
Yeah.
Like you see them and that's the red flag of,
Right.
oh, this
Like-
person's going to be a problem because
Like if you
they're
come
trying
in
to do too
and
much.
before I even ask you for a water, you're asking me for a Long Island. Red
Yeah.
flag.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
also too,
Got
before we
it.
start that, all of our guests on the reservation list, we're gonna try that out for fun gimmicky stuff. What has been your person that is a red flag as soon as they walk in and you know this person's gonna be a problem? So shoot it in the contents. The
Contents?
Comments.
The comments. There it is.
Or
Shoot it in the comments.
in the inbox. One of those two.
the inbox.
Yeah.
And
I've been watching you fall apart for like the last 2 minutes, and it's been entertaining to
He
me.
needs some milk.
Did it spill?
I am the milk.
But we don't serve milk though.
No, sir. No, you cannot be the. Sorry.
Not a room full of guys.
got a 2% input into the entire podcast.
My God.
I'm not skimming on any of the answers.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that one. That was a good one.
What's your red flag?
When people come in,
And they're like they're about to be too.
No, when
drunk.
somebody comes to the bar and asks for milk.
Yeah, word.
That's a red flag.
it's not a red flag for me because I know a couple of jokes like Stanley Kubrick jokes and all that stuff. IT crowd, they have a joke about that.
You know
for ordering
milk
milk at the
jokes?
bar. What?
You know milk jokes.
Yeah, because I'm white as fuck.
Right, all right.
yeah, there
Like,
we
you
go.
know milk jokes.
Milk strokes for the bar.
Yeah, it makes your bones strong.
Holy shit.
My red flag is when I see someone come in and they already do the 3-step stumble.
Oh, yeah.
Like they let them in and they like open the door or something. And they're like, they see someone, they're like, hey, and they do the like, do this to the left, and then they're like, to the right, and then they like gather themselves and walk forward. I'm like, oh fucking boy, I should not serve you.
Yeah.
That's a hard no.
But you came in way too hot, so I'm gonna give you a 1/4 ounce of gin with your tonic.
Yeah, I just miss the days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they gotta let everybody in now because of those Yelp reviews. Because they will give a 1-star review if they're like, I only had 2 drinks from the past bar when they had
That's
like
so
fucking 7.
Fucking lame,
Yeah.
though, man.
It is
This is
lame. I
literally your
fucking hate
whole
it.
ass job.
Yeah.
Screen these people.
Yeah.
Man.
It's literally what we have to spend 4 hours on a computer answering bullshit questions for to recertify ourselves.
However, some of them do not screen well because of the time we went to that one bar in Phoenix and the guy thought I was drunk even though I was a designated driver and everybody else in our party had been drinking. I had 1 beer.
Oh, that happened to me in Rochester too.
Weird. It's because you're weird as shit, though.
Huh?
My homeboy had
weird as shit.
literally 1 drink, and we were playing darts, and he was so shitty at darts. But I was like 6 beers in, and I was shooting perfect. This man had 2 beers and was shooting awful, and they kicked us out of the bar because he was too intoxicated.
What he was, though, wasn't he?
No, he wasn't.
Oh.
It was just bad.
It was just really bad. He was really bad.
How bad you gotta be
Yeah, no,
for
I
them
was
to think you're
literally 7
intoxicated?
drinks in and beating his ass, throwing perfect darts. And this man couldn't throw a dart to save his life. And he was like, Ryan, I love you, man. You're fucking great. I wish we could hang out more after college, and not even slurring his words. But the way he was acting, they were like, you're out.
Oh, he was
You're cut
smoking
off."
some shit.
He didn't even smoke. This was just some white boy
That
who
you
had
know
1
of.
beer and had an
As you
existential
know,
crisis.
it wasn't just existential. That motherfucker had something going on.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
cocaine existential.
Yeah, all right. Just sounds like your friend had some things going on, especially when they're talking about I miss you in college.
Oh,
While badly missing at darts. Add those 2 together. I only get that way when I'm fucked up. Doesn't matter if I've been drinking. I'm like, I love you. Yeah, I'm fucked up. We should hang out more. Yeah, trust me, I'm fucked up.
I
I'm
wanted to
absolutely
show
fucked
you,
up.
I know we're doing something here, but
Yeah.
I just remembered and I wanted to show you guys something.
Oh,
Okay.
good God.
I was thinking about something myself and like just like
The
podcast.
audio doesn't work.
That's fine. I don't need the audio. Can you tilt that corner a little bit?
I hope
So
we can afford whatever we're about to put on the screen, but okay.
No, it's fine. I remember just one day randomly and I came across this photo and it made me think like, oh, if somebody would ask me this question, like what got you into podcasting or this and that, or, whatever it is, I remember this thing right here.
Desperation.
You guys ever had one of those old ass microphones for your Windows
yeah.
Windows 99 PC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
remember when I was younger, we had one of those, and me and my sister, one of my older sisters, we would do like a radio show,
What?
So we would talk like we were radio hosts
Wait,
and
how
then
old
play
were
the
you?
music. Like maybe 10,
I was going to
9,
say 9, 10, yeah.
So
Like,
about
we were-
40 years ago. Yeah.
20 years ago. Say, and I remember us doing that, and I think like that's where the inception of where like this is something I would want to do, and I didn't think about it until I came across this photo, and it's like, yeah, that's where that thought was initially born. That I want to
unlocked a
do
core memory for you. Huh?
yeah, that I want to do something like this, and then 20 years later, doing something like that now And then I thought that was kind of cool, just kind of
Office
like
space shit right
like
there.
a heartfelt moment, just looking back and remembering like oh man, I knew I wanted to be a podcaster or some kind of whatever, because we were doing this pseudo radio show that nobody was ever gonna hear because it was recorded on the computer and then we deleted it right away.
You never considered journalism?
Nah.
Word.
No, he
But
didn't.
I knew something about talking or entertaining people in some way,
Word.
shape, or form was something that
Interesting.
Good man.
it was.
So
it
fun.
was that.
Okay.
Appreciate that share.
Yeah.
Keeping on track with our podcast and our board. We're going into I Love Liquor. And
Oh
then
no,
we're
we
gonna-
were already.
Way past
Oh,
that.
yeah,
no.
Oh, is that just generalized?
Yeah. Let's
We're
just
rolling
you
still.
not do the segue.
Well, no. Okay, so since we already did that.
Yeah.
No,
Let's
we're
go
doing
to-
organic segues.
Yeah.
Well, no, I gotta kind
Well,
of.
here, I got you.
No, you don't. We're handling that.
Yeah.
No,
we
I
got
got
it.
Going around.
We got it. You're doing good. We got it.
Already go
I got.
Nah, we didn't get there
Okay,
yet.
so we're here now, right?
Yeah, he's right
Just to
here.
Make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what it is. It's physical language. Like your body language is a red flag for me. When you come into a busy, crowded bar and you come in and you just lean past people, that drives me fucking insane. That puts you to the end of the line so fast.
God.
When you push past people that are already established at my bar, they're set up. In this regard, like a restaurant, like it's more than just a bar. It's not just drinks. I get a crowded bar. I get in, or you're gonna get skipped. Okay, it's one of these, it's one of those. You can stand there, and if you're not doing something to get noticed, that's one thing. However, I digress. When you walk in and you're on some shit, and you kind of like get in there, and this is some girl right here, and then you're like, "Hey, yeah, we want a bunch of nah."
And then whatever she was.
Yeah,
And then whatever she was, right
she
here.
wants your hot ass breath off the back of her neck. That's what she wants.
Yeah.
She wants you to not cause condensation on her shit because you just left somewhere and you are riled up. This to me is a hitchhiker's thumb. I'm not picking you up. You're getting left over there. Okay, right there. You're getting left because you're disrespecting guests that are already established. So fuck you. Hey, that's one. Two, you waving me down is not gonna get me there quicker.
Nah.
And B, don't ask me to make a strong shot. Stop.
Don't ask me to make a strong
shot.
anything.
It's a shot.
There's alcohol.
Double the alcohol,
in this.
double the price.
There you go. Cool, I got you. Couple of doubles. It's like, nah, we'll take care of you. You never do.
Yeah.
None of you ever do.
Yeah.
So I said this on a previous episode. It's when they say, make it strong. My retort was, I'll hook you up or you're going to hook me up.
Mm-hmm.
And usually they'll say something like, well, how much do you want? Well, how much do you want?
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
put it back in their court.
It's just like pickleball. I think that's the fastest growing sport in this nation. Fuck it. Don't ask me to hook you up. It's alcohol. It's the strongest thing there is. Okay, it's stronger than water.
It comes strong.
It's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Give them, you know what? You guys should have a bottle of Dark Eyes and just
100%.
load it on top.
Like,
Just
I
take
put
a
it in the
bottle of
shot.
Hennessy and do
Spray
curls
bottle.
with it. Like, I'm making it strong.
Like, I'm gonna mace you with this vodka, dog.
Gotta make it strong, right?
Man. Like,
Also, in that regard, though, sometimes, like, I get pissed about the lean over too, but
Yeah.
like, if it's a lot of people at the bar who are just sitting at the bar and like taking up the space,
Right.
And like, I gotta push in just to get my first order in. I'm not being a dick about it, but like, I know people are just taking up like 3 feet, like leaning with their one cocktail they're nursing on.
talk to the people.
That's usually
Talk to the
that's
people,
when I
not to
ask
me.
them, like, hey, are you ordering?
Have you tried to talk to those drunk people
Absolutely.
before?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
like when they lean in and then it's like, okay, cool, I can get in here, but they give them like a half an inch of space and you lean in to get a drink.
Yeah.
What you feeling on that one? Like,
So,
if they're not
like-
being dicks at least.
So my perspective on that is, one, I see you getting in there. Hey, are you trying to get a cocktail? Are you trying to get a drink or something? Being in this industry, being on both sides of this wood, I want to tell you, hey, what do you need? Do you want me to get you a drink? Can I get the bartender's attention for you?
Okay,
So that's
yeah.
my perspective. But like coming in and like, this is a very
Oh, yeah, if you
specific.
coming in hot and you
Yeah.
like shouldering past people to
Yeah.
get a drink, no, fuck you.
It's
You
like,
go to
no,
the end
I-
of the line immediately.
I
Yeah,
can smell
yeah.
your perfume. I can smell your cologne over there. I know you're at the bar. I got you.
Yeah, I can
But
smell
please-
the Evan Williams on your musk.
And then
What is that?
the worst is also like you're talking about like where they serve food too. So now your breath is over my food.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my
God.
I've
hell
had
nah.
people push past me when I'm like trying to enjoy an appetizer or something, and they like nudge into me and then like breathe on me or like touch my plate and shit, and I'm like,
Hey, bro, you having a good time? I was
I'm
until
like,
you pulled
not
up.
anymore.
Like,
Can you
why-
get the fuck out?
Like, why are there so many H's in that word? Fuck off, son.
Can I get a whiskey?
Like, that one didn't even have an H in it. Get out of here, dog.
We don't have that vodka.
Tell me about yours, man.
Well, mine actually kind of piggybacks off of yours. My two are sight and smell. So someone disheveled or something like that, that's already. If I can smell you, or I can hear. There's also, especially being in downtown, where someone comes up to the bar, and especially if you have your back turned, you get that whiff, and you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I shouldn't be serving you anything.
Yeah.
But I've had those people, they come in, they show me, so I can't tell them. And then they have a $20 bill. What can I get with this? And I'm like, yeah, let's figure it out so you can get the fuck out. Because you're letting me know you're not getting a second drink.
Oh, shit.
So let's figure
What
this
can I
out
get
together.
with this?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
That's
But I have,
crazy.
In Los Angeles, you can get Everclear.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
but yeah, I do have a lot
reach
of.
around.
I've had a lot of people who.
That's more expensive in Los Angeles.
Actually, I don't know if you're gonna find those for 20.
I get
Yeah.
those for free, baby. Right there. Hold on, let me show you.
Well, that's a whole different podcast.
I was gonna ding you until you did the motion. I was like, never mind. And then you did
If you'd like
that.
to contribute to Geoffrey's OnlyFans,
Ryan is scared.
Actually, I gotta pay you for that. Sorry.
What was your other one?
No, that was it.
Sight and sound.
I was just saying,
Sight and smell.
sight and sound. Those are my two things. I go off of before anything else. I don't care what race you are. I don't care how old you are, how young you are, nothing like that. I don't care how you sound. You know, sometimes you hear the way someone's talking, you're like, I already don't like you.
Mm-hmm.
But they still may tip you well. They may not
Yeah.
tip you well. I don't care. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
judge you based. If I can smell you and you smell, look. Those are the two things that lets me not something that I want. So I'm immediately, well, let me legally cover our asses by us not discriminating against this person or being serviced.
Yeah.
But immediately after that is like, how can I get out of here fast?
yeah.
Next thing they're gonna ask for, they're gonna tell you the story.
Yeah.
And
And now you're buddies.
yeah,
Yeah.
like no, trust me, you're not my buddy. You know, like come on, man.
I ain't your friend, pal.
No, you're not at
Not your
all.
buddy
Man,
guy.
that's
You guys want to hear something
$20
wild?
into, like 2 hours too.
Yeah, I
Yes.
just had to. I bought a chicken taco for a guy the other because he's an old guy. He just talks. Pretty sure that's why my sinuses are fucked up now. I felt fine until that nigga showed up. I'll be real. I gave him a chicken taco. Hey, what the fuck? Anyway,
You want to hear something wild?
what's up?
So, actually, this is the first time having this beer, and it's pretty good. I like it.
Great.
I'm surprised you haven't had it before.
No, I have never heard of it, but so this was a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. There is a streamer out there who is collaborating with a beer company to use vaginal yeast to make a beer.
Say what? No, I heard you. But
Yeah.
What?
I mean, yeah, you don't have to say it. Again.
They're using her vaginal yeast.
Gwyneth Paltrow?
No, streamer.
Okay.
Like when
Did
Why
it first.
how did she come up with
Her
somebody?
and Erica Badu did it with candles.
God.
Yeah, it's
bless
called
it.
Padusi.
Yeah, like candles is one thing, but beer.
It actually smells delicious.
I've heard it is.
Yeah, no, someone gifted me one, and I waited until a special occasion when I really was for myself.
When you was down. Guys, man.
I didn't call Tyrone that night.
Please. Sorry. Yo.
That deserves a ladder one.
Man,
Can we
Sorry, go
that was
ahead.
great.
no.
That was great. I like that. I
So
like that
here's the article. I guess as of like 5 or so days ago, her batch of yeast
Did you
has
hear about
been
this?
shipped to go.
one.
And
Vaginal yeast being used to
the-
make a beer.
Yeah.
Yes.
mhm. So yeah,
It's
it
fucking
basically.
disgusting.
I'm not gonna say her name. No free promo. Blank is collaborating with the beer company to brew a new flavor using her, not just any, her vaginal yeast. And as of 5 days ago, my yeast has been overnighted for beer production. repost for a bottle from her official
This
page.
Might be a weird question.
You know what that is a result of? It is a result of people that are chronically online, because a couple years ago, actually before pandemic, there was one streamer / e-girl that sold her bathwater. And
Yeah, I remember
and
the
the
bathwater shit.
Simps and all of these guys flock to it, and that's what their fan base is. And I'm not gonna knock the bag, but also I'm gonna shame the guys that are buying this shit, because what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like,
What the
like saying I
actual
would
fuck?
drink her bathwater is like like something you would say back in the 80s. Be like, yeah, I would drink her bathwater.
But guys actually bought it and actually drank it, and now they're gonna buy this pussy beer and
Question.
Fish taco flavored.
No, that's not dingable.
That's not a good thing. How much? This is outside of this, but kind of related. About how much yeast is needed to make beer?
I assume quite a lot.
Right.
So for all of our viewers out there, how much vaginal yeast is needed to make 16 fluid
Fernando
ounce
closed
of
his
beer?
eyes for like the last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
No, yo,
Also, is she like?
Yeah, y'all lost me on that.
Is she like in there scraping?
That's what I'm like trying. Like I don't want to know.
Is it a spoon
but
or she's just?
Are they cloning it like weed or something like
Is
that?
it like an extra pap smear that they do? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, is it like taken in from a sample and then grown? Is there like pussy barley out there? Pussy weed? Is that what she's doing?
No,
is that what they do?
malt.
These
Pussy
are all
malt?
questions I don't want answered, but the questions are now in my head.
Yeah, it's just so I don't know, man. There's just how much
8-year aged
How did we
pussy
get
malt.
here?
So like which line are we
That's a good
crossing?
scotch.
Which line are we crossing? Are you a simp, an alcoholic? Which one is it? Are you a combination of both?
There's no line left.
The bar's on the ground, man.
Nah, there's also
We're
no
going-
there's
we
also
don't
no
need
lining
lines.
left because they scraped that bitch clean.
Yeah.
There's no lining. Like,
It's what's
come on,
coming
man.
between the lips at this point.
God, it's like the in between of her underwear is disintegrated. If you're making full ass beer out of it,
What underwear?
holy
I
Lord.
guarantee you her pH balance is off.
Oh, if
Oh,
you're
it's
making
basic
that
as
much
fuck.
yeast, it's got to be off.
She is a petri dish. That is something.
It's gotta be a girl from the valley with that balance.
She probably
I-
does it
I
on
was
Valley.
thinking, it's just-
She's a very famous popular streamer, so yeah,
All right,
So
well,
Van Nuys then.
probably in the Valley
all I
somewhere.
know is she's gonna partner with Panera Bread next.
or fucking Whole Foods.
Fucking soup and bread, unlimited.
That's the yeast we can hope for.
For the sourdough.
I had to. Guys, I had to.
Yeah.
Is she making their sourdough?
You know, maybe Bulleit could partner with her for their rise.
Let's
not do that. Let's-
out of them.
I'll give you that one. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah. So
I leavened a good joke out of that.
I think with something like that, knowing that there's a beer out there that exists, that may push people to just say, "Fuck it, I'm not gonna drink anymore." This is the state of the world that we live in.
Yeah.
This is a good time to say bye to alcohol.
Yeah.
nah.
At that point, you're just like, "What the fuck is gonna come next?"
I mean,
That
this
shit
is making
makes
me
me
say
wanna go
bye to
sober.
my fucking sanity at this point.
Yeah, I'd rather be sober,
There's some shit there.
which I can't believe I would say. I know some of us have some experience with that. As I said before we went live, I haven't gone long periods of time without drinking. I also once I get to a point where I'm buzzed, I'm like, all right, I'm good right here.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need. So,
yeah, you know your limits.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of chill. But I also have quite a few friends that are bartenders that don't drink at all. Some of them hadn't been longer than I've been bartending at the time I met them. That was a long time ago. I know for me, it's not something that I lean towards, but it's also not something that I either judge. So I'm not gonna be that person who's like, "Oh, you're not drinking? Come on,
Yeah.
drink with us."
Yeah.
Yo, if you're not drinking, you're not. I don't give a fuck if it's one night or 1 year.
Yeah.
I'd like to open up the floor at even back, but want to talk about, or start it off, Ryan or Bob? Like,
What about
any
being a
instances?
sober bartender?
Yeah. Any instances that you've come into contact with that? Because we've also had a sober bartender on the show before.
It's
Shout
the
out to
first
Danny.
live show, right?
Yeah. The first live show was Danny. And her, she's sober. I don't even want to throw a date out there. I just know. I think it's. I don't want to speak for her.
Right.
Time is her.
Yeah, I've done my stints. Like, I've had my 30 to 60 days where I've been sober just to like reset my system, but also for me personally too, like, and I can also separate it where I need to like taste something or know a product, and like I know some people do like the taste and spit, but for me I need to know what the palate is. So I need to actually consume the alcohol to know what the full process is as it's going down my body, so I can either make a good recommendation for a neat, or I know what it's going to be in a cocktail. So like if I'm creating a cocktail with something, I'm not just going to go off of like my palate taste. I need to know how it's consumed, how it sits with my body. So that's why I don't do a lot of sobriety like that. Like I have come to the point where it's like one drink for 4 days out of the week or 5 days out of the week, but I've never gone truly sober unless I need like a full detox, because that can happen. Like your body gets so used to alcohol that you see yourself being run down as fuck that just to survive, like even through flu season, you need to stay sober for like 30 days because your immune system cannot handle that much alcohol all the time. And if it can, you got a much bigger problem ahead of you.
Yeah. I think every once in a while, probably like once or twice a year, I usually do like 3 weeks to 4 weeks of just like sobriety, just like the reset. This last time was interesting because I realized when I came back, like my tolerance lowered a lot, which now I'm a cheap date, which I'm pretty okay with. But yeah, I think every once
But
in a while.
that's a good sign though, that if your tolerance is very low, that is a very good sign.
Yeah.
Having a high tolerance for alcohol is not something to be
cheap.
proud
It's not
of.
something to brag
That
about.
is,
No.
Flex you think it is.
that is a sign. Being older now, it's like that is a sign of health decline.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, when you're younger, it's like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna fucking take, dude.
I can take 7 shots.
I'll knock these back, no
Your
problem.
liver is crying. Listen to it.
Yeah.
Water.
But yeah, it's always a great reset for me when I'm able to go like a good month or so sobriety, just to, I don't know, just reset things and find other ways to socialize too. I think it's always interesting because you start to realize like, wait, like certain friends you only kind of socialize with them around like liquor and bars and all that type of stuff, where you go to dinner.
They're your drinking buddies.
Yeah. Or even like when you go to dinner, it's just like, do we have to get a drink? Can we just not? And you just enjoy food, you know? So it's always, I think, good to recalibrate that too for like your social setting with people. But yeah, I've done it a couple times a year.
Oh, have I ever thought about doing it or done it?
I mean, what's your experience been like with it?
I don't think I really. That's not true. When I got out of the industry, I didn't drink. No, that's not. Before I came back in. No, it's dark times.
The story is changing.
Prior to moving out here, I wasn't drinking as much. Occasionally, and I would go out with friends, but it wasn't all that much often. So I guess that was when I was like the soberish. It would be maybe on the weekend, or when I was hanging out with family, something like that. But it wasn't one of those things where, like, every night, nothing like that. Even during pandemic, it wasn't that often. I wasn't one of those people that's like, I need to get this and this and that. It's so, but I don't think it's ever really been a problem for me. It's not something that I need to do.
That was an accident.
That's what that feels like.
That was a liquor ding.
Yeah.
Her ding.
I hardly know her.
Yeah, I liquor ding all the time, baby.
Yeah, no,
Hey.
I just, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to add. I just,
What you
should
said?
take a break. Maybe I'll do a dry January. I don't know, but
Oh, fuck
yeah,
that
I
noise.
like it's like I'll have maybe one beer
Yeah, no, I mean, same.
in a night.
Yeah.
Or there'll be nights like maybe tonight where I have a little bit more, but I'm not drinking every day. Or, you know, him and I have like our shot before we go to work.
At this
and I
point,
won't
we drink every day, but not every day.
Not in excess. Yeah, it's never
Like,
excessive.
We'll have and we
It's
don't
not
even
like
we don't
everyday
even do
binge drinking.
No.
We
We used to have this thing where we would always have a shot go off to, and even then we're not doing it all the time, especially if one of us is going in early.
2 o'clock or 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
We're
like
not doing that.
2,
you know?
5 o'clock, something like that is like, nah, I don't
This
need
is
it
where
right
5
now.
o'clock somewhere does not apply.
Yeah, it doesn't
like
apply.
it needs to be 5 o'clock here. We're both going to work at 7 or 8. So
Yeah.
it's like, boom,
Yeah.
we'll do
and
that.
then
There
we'll
it is.
do it. But
And even then, it's like solidarity. It's not like you're doing
Yeah.
this because you need to get drunk to get through your shift. It's
Absolutely.
just
no, yeah,
solidarity.
absolutely.
Like, we're out to go kick some ass. So,
Right.
like, here we go.
Yep.
Clink.
The same
Go.
way you would have a shot when you're at work.
Yeah.
It's just we
Right.
would do that here at the house and still do.
As long as we
Um,
didn't get caught and fired for it.
Well, where I work, we get to do it as long as it's,
Same.
yeah.
you know, it's just one of those things where
You know,
they
I've done a
trust you.
few with you at a
Exactly.
undisclosed location.
Yeah, undisclosed location. Very undisclosed. But yeah, for me, thankfully I've just always been able to feel to where I'm not leaning far in one direction or the other. And when I do, someone will step in, something will happen, and I'm like, all right, hey, kind of went a little heavy that night. And it's like, I hear that as my wake up. Like, oh, I had several too many, not just one too many. All right, well, let's look back at that night and think back to how much we had. Maybe we need to dial that back
Rewind
even.
to where the breaking point was.
Let's take it even lower. Like whatever we thought was our low amount, obviously wasn't low enough for that night. And it might not have even been because some of the times where I've had a bad night, I didn't drink as much that night, but I also didn't eat as much. Sleep the night before.
A lot of factors.
I didn't have a
Yeah,
good workout, like
a lot of
all of those
variables.
things. And plus, I'm old. It's just, you got to factor it all in. You got to be honest with
Yeah.
yourself, you know. And that's why I always commend people who, for one, go straight edge, go sober. Also, shout out to Phil. Phil's one of my coworkers. He doesn't drink, but he will still taste cocktails. He's just, I don't drink anymore. He'll come in and have a NA beer or something like that.
Yeah.
And he'll taste the cocktails and know what it tastes like, but he's like, I don't feel.
You don't got to finish it. You don't
Yeah.
need the whole. It's just like
Yeah, just a
process.
taster,
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
taster. He'll still smoke with me. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm like,
Smoke is
you're
a
still,
whole different
you're still
thing.
one of the
Yeah.
good ones.
California sober. That's what that is. California
That's
sober.
it.
That is what I learned is California sober.
Yeah.
I
I
will.
love that term.
Another thing for me is I will say it's never been a crutch for me.
Yeah.
So I never felt I had to rely on it. However, there was a point in my life where I was going out and partying as much as possible to, like, you know,
Yeah.
forget about sorrows
But
and
that's
this
still
and that.
not relying and having it as a crutch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never really I wasn't, as they say, turning tricks for $1 to get a fix or nothing like that.
I don't know.
Nice.
So
I don't know if that means
I
what you
never-
think it
You brought
means.
that up. No, me either.
What? Turning tricks for $1. That's
yeah.
crazy.
So I never
hit
hit
handle a jack.
I
but-
never hit a low point where it's
Got
like
you.
I need to have it. It was just more
Okay.
so partying to forget.
Yeah. I just piggybacking off of that, I remember a time when I like had to self-talk and be like, are we going too hard? Are we drinking too much? And then I saw the movie Flight with Denzel Washington. I was like, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm drunk.
I
I'm
haven't
drunk
seen
right
that
now.
movie, but I heard about it.
yeah,
Like,
no, it was
It's
one of
a-
those things
it's a
where like you
great
see
film.
him like
Yeah.
he's a pilot and he literally couldn't wake up and function without.
Yeah. It was
hitting
never
him.
one of those.
Yeah, and I've
Never got to that point.
Yeah.
Fortunately,
honestly,
fortunately,
sometimes being a chain merchandiser, like that's why one of my buddies quit it, because you work going to work at like 1:32 in the morning so often, being a liquor supplier and getting your samples, and like you're working so hard at that, like sometimes you think you need a drink to even start your fucking day. So you're waking up at 1:30 in the morning, you have your bottle of Jack, and you just swig down a good old shot of Jack because you need that to wake up and go to work in the morning.
oh,
That's why a lot of people quit the distributor industry, because they just can't handle that. And it's hard to handle too. Like, it is a grueling, awful job. And it just breeds alcoholism.
Yeah. Crazy.
that is absolutely fair. Absolutely, yeah.
I feel where you're coming from too, with like being in that.
all right.
It's it's not going out on a rampage every week, because that can lead to a different like pulse, like right. It's like week. It's like Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Then when you're in and around it all the time, it's like, oh, I want to taste this because then I can describe it, and then you find yourself drinking more often versus in excess. That right there is a slippery slope for a lot of people.
Yes,
and
it is.
Full disclaimer for myself, like I was in an accident early January of this year, and totaled my car. It was completely my fault. It was an empty stomach thing, and it was working in a new place thing, and it was 100% my fault. Luckily, I had all my shit together and in alignment, and insurance covered their stuff, my stuff, but that was a backhand to the face to not integrate this as this is a lifestyle change that's very different for me. Plus, living on the East Coast where you don't drive at all, it's an entirely different level of habits. So it's like I could go out and get wrecked, just ride that subway home.
Yep.
Fuck it. But also now it's to a point where in my family it's been hereditary. It's like it's just kind of it's a thing to do because it's a thing to do. And there's a very big contributor to like heart disease, particularly in Black people, with like alcoholism and all that. It's very real. Not to say that's not for a lot of other people, but it really is truly an issue. And I don't like the way I feel, and I heed myself on like tuning into that. Like I don't like how this feels and being able to switch it. So like my side, I'd say my relationship with alcohol being on this side of the bar has immensely improved, because it would be nothing to go out, because I had friends in certain places throughout the city of New York where I know that a $20 bill would get me hammered, wrecked. And that was just like, let's go out to be out. But now I look out for people, because now I can see people literally, forgive the term, deteriorate in front of me. And it feels so much better being able to take care of somebody, because I'm like, I know what I needed in that moment, and I want to be that person for you. So like,
and you don't want to be that again.
Well, it's just I don't want to be that ever again. Like never ever again. And also just like, you can die from drinking enough of this shit in one sitting. Like you cannot wake up again. And that's horrifying. Well, all that to say, like I take patches away from it because I enjoy the process. I enjoy the spirit. I enjoy the science behind what, makes this all happen. But there is a delicate dance with it all. And like, you can turn anything into heroin. Yep. So like, too much exercise, too much. Like we all need water to live, but enough of it will drown your ass.
Yeah, too much of anything is bad for you. I'm gonna piggyback off of something you said.
Yeah.
Being back in the industry has definitely helped me understand, control, and moderate myself, because I work at a place where I'm allowed to take shots and stuff. So I know that what my limit is, or I can function and work properly, and that translates to when I'm outside of work and socially drinking this and that. I know that I've had this much to eat or whatever, this and that. I broken down to like I'm gonna have this many, and I need to break, water, or whatever, to continue enjoying the night, so I don't fucking spinning around. Once I get home, different story. I'm home, just pass out of my bed. But being out and about and
you
working back in the
shit
industry
to accomplish when you're out and about. Like,
for sure.
Home.
But I apply that thought process of like being able to function as if I were behind the bar. It's like, okay, I've had this person buy me a shot, or I took a shot with this person, whatever. That's 2 already in a row. All right, relax. Let me work and sweat it out. Drink my water while I'm running checks, and then in 2 hours I'll forget. My body will be like, all right, I think we're good because we sweated and this and that. It's like, okay, so you want to take a shot?
I like looking out for people.
Yeah, it's helped me control myself.
Yeah, it's big time, because you see it. I don't know. I see it very differently. Like, okay, this I also like. I pride myself on like seeing where people are when they come and see me, because I have a responsibility to take care of this person, not just to keep their check in order, not just to make sure they have enough to not pass out in front of you. It's like, hey, are you going through some shit? Like, is this where you need to be? I don't ever try to tell them to, hey, you don't need to do this, but like, have a conversation with people. Like, it goes a long way when you reach out to someone across the bar. Yeah, that you like everything on paper, you look great, but there's something in there that you're not handling, and that was my wake up call. Was snapping out. It was like, what are you doing this for? Mm-hmm. Like, what's your
why are you getting this fucked up?
What's your why?
Like, what is hurt? Who hurt you?
Right. And I also I hate getting fucked up now. I don't like.
Yeah.
I
still like getting fucked up.
I like being tipsy,
but in the right setting, at the right time, right situation. I don't want to get fucked up all the time.
I don't like being fucked up. I'd rather ride that tipsy train. I'd rather tipsy. Give me tipsy. I'd rather be right there. I don't want to be fucked up. Between buzz and tipsy. Tipsy is like, I don't want to go past it.
Right.
Because like I'm feeling good and I know that I can fall asleep peacefully.
Right.
Yeah. Because once you go past that, you start making jungle juice in the bathtub and become a tipsy bartender.
Or in the toilet. And then I'm trying to lay down in my mind. I'm trying to fall asleep, but I'm on a roller coaster ride for some reason.
Oh no!
Just like stick my leg up.
How many times have y'all slept sitting straight up? Like, I'm good. No hands up here.
What I do is I sleep on the edge of bed and I put my leg down on the floor to ground me when I try to close. Because it helps. It doesn't work, but it helps.
It does. It does work. What it does, it's not just a placebo effect. What it does is it lets you know where the ground is.
Yeah.
Even though your brain can't figure it out.
Yeah.
The room is spinning because your brain can't process what is up, what is down, what's in between. But when you put a foot down, but the rest of you spinning,
there it is.
Your subconscious is
think
like,
about that
well, the brain, like the ground's over there.
Electrical ground.
I can't get to it, but like it's over there.
I can see it.
So let's keep spinning over here until we spin slow enough that we can meet that.
Makes sense.
So it's tried and true. It's not.
It works.
It's not debunked.
It works.
It's actually been bunked.
It works.
Definitely been bunked.
Because like you said, you're spinning, but you got that foot on the ground, and it grounds you. You're like, all right, we're spinning here, but like nothing else is moving. So it's like your brain's trying to, like you said, you're just trying to
make sense of it.
Like Ryan said, you're literally grounding your body, grounding that electric current.
So for you guys out there, if you are spinning and drunk and you're trying to go to sleep, put a foot out on the floor.
Put your foot down.
Put your foot down from your bed and put it there, and that'll help.
And
then drink some water.
If your bartenders are pushing you to get more when they see that you are already past your limit,
they don't love
nasty.
Please understand that you don't need to go back to
don't go back there.
Oh, absolutely
like,
not. If you see someone only caring about money and not your well-being, do not patronize that place ever again.
Also, we're gonna put Ryan's phone number at the bottom of this episode, so whenever you're having this struggle, you can just hit him up. I guarantee you.
And you know what? I will probably pick you guys up.
in that place, you know what? Just hit
you will appear on the podcast next week.
You will sign a consent form.
Hit that place with
remember it, but you're signing it. So
hit that place with an anonymous tip to the liquor board to see if they even got their certifications, because they should know. That's a petty
will
take.
rat you out to OSHA.
Oh Lord!
All right.
Alcoholism is not a game.
Yeah.
So please take care of yourselves, and like in the comments, let us know your experience.
Yeah, absolutely from experience, guys. Like, this is not actually any joke. So like, if you have any trouble in knowing us, going through our experiences, if you have any questions or needed any resources, we are there for you guys.
Please.
And we also actually follow a couple different bar pages that are sober bartenders.
Yes.
But make content. And they're widely popular, very topical. They cover all the things. So just because someone isn't drinking doesn't mean they're not good at the job anyway. In fact, in some ways, it means they're better than other people are, because they can still make the drink without having to have the drink.
Right.
So if you get a sober bartender, don't look at them and be like, oh, well, you can't take it. Be like, oh, I know I'm in good.
Yeah.
Because they've already done it all before, so they can do this without being on my level.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Contrary to what Kanye said in his song, "Don't trust the bartender that don't drink," you should trust the bartender that doesn't drink.
I didn't know he said that.
Absolutely trust the bartender.
I didn't know he said that.
Yeah, he said it in the song.
Oh, fuck that. I would have been stopped fucking with him if I knew he said that shit.
Those rap folks.
I blocked him from my search.
But yeah, do you guys have anything?
No, I feel like that's
Okay,
a
well, I'm
good
gonna address the whiteboard here. It says, "Do you serve milk?" It said whiteboard, not white broad.
Excuse me, I have a penis, sir.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't help it. It was right there. Had to take it. Anyways, it was, I think, one of the Halloween. Thank you. It was one of the Halloween parties or something for my job, and we had some foreigners there from the UK.
Wow.
From the UK.
He is
Wow.
choosing his words very
From
carefully.
the UK.
Bro, our show's already getting canceled.
From
We're
the
not even
UK.
that big yet.
So the guy comes up, and he had ordered some food from me previously, and he asked me for.
Just some bangers and mash.
No, he said he asked me for food. He's like, "Can I have the burger and chips?" And I knew what he was saying, but I wanted him to repeat it because we're in America. And I said, "Huh? What flavor?" "We have barbecue, jalapeno." He's like, "Oh, sorry, we call them chips back home. French fries, please." So you knew the word, but you still used it. Anyways, I was being a dick. Did that, whatever, this and that. Also, why do you call them chips? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. They're
Because they're
fried.
chipped off of a potato.
No.
Because they don't fuck with the French either. Sorry.
Probably, you're right.
You could just
So
call
then
them
he
fries, though. We don't call them French fries no more.
Fish and chips.
We do call them
Fish and
French
chips.
fries.
Why are they called chips?
Here anymore. Not
Chips and
no.
potatoes.
Now
Almost every
they're
menu I see is
potato
French
chips.
fries.
really.
Why do you say potato chips?
I
We
thought
know
they
they're made of
changed that.
potatoes.
Well, why are they called chips?
Because they're made of potatoes.
Because they're chipped off of a potato.
Nah,
So it's
chip
like
would be
the-
like they're
I know.
sliced though.
I
They're
know, but
cut.
what's the difference? It's a thick
That's
chip or a
crisps.
thin chip.
And they called them like, fuck it, whatever. Moving on. He comes back, and I'm like, oh, he's hella British. So he comes back and he says,
Hella British. Oh, he's hella
He said,
British.
He's hella British because he came back.
so no, he's hella British because of how he ordered the
No, it's because
food.
he
Oh,
ordered
wow.
Boddingtons.
So, anyways, I was joking with my coworker Kyle about like different British foods and shit. But he comes back and he says, "Excuse me, you serve milk?" And I composed myself. I said, "No, no, we don't." So I have a question because I know we have British people that listen, people in the UK. Do you guys drink milk at the bar normally? Is that a thing? Is that a thing over there? Because I have no fucking idea. And if it is, why? Because I feel like milk and alcohol don't mix that well. They
I
do,
have at a
but they
cereal
shouldn't.
bar.
They shouldn't.
It's a
Milk
cereal
was a
bar.
bad choice.
But, I mean,
Last cage of emotions.
Oh,
but
man.
I mean, like a lot of bars serve a white Russian, so you
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
have milk.
We
You don't have
but
to.
actually- But also,
Huh?
You don't
But wait.
have to.
but wait.
A lot of bars have
Yeah,
milk.
but no, I'm
Also
saying,
cream
like,
that they use
Who
with their
is
coffee, it's
asking
not
for
milk.
milk at the club, sir? It is 11 p.m. Why are you trying to have milk?
Oh,
Are you
Lord.
trying to have nap time right now? What the fuck is going on? Do you want me to warm it up for you?
I've
No,
seen
most of
milk
the time
in
they're
beer.
trying to
It's
do
gross.
a reference to
That's what?
Stanley
Beer.
Kubrick or IT
no.
Crowd. And then I hate them even more. I'm like, do not try to do a reference order in my bar.
I'm
right
gonna
now.
I'm gonna stand on the ground that it's a British thing. Must be a British thing. I don't know.
I will not stand on that ground with him. I think
But
it-
I
Very interested in the
Personally, I
answer,
think
though.
it's a white
I
thing.
love the British people, but like ordering milk at a bar at 11 p.m. See, this is why
That's
we
that is some
separated from
psycho
y'all.
shit,
I
though.
love
This is why we just decided to
Nothing like
separate from you
milk and a
guys.
spotted
Even
dick
if
at
you
11:30.
were in Britain, that's some psycho shit.
Yeah.
You know what sounds good? Give me a tequila and
A
you know,
glass of milk.
throw a
Tequila
whole-
and milk.
Let me get milk back.
Let me get a milk.
I got Bailey's. That's the next
He's
closest
probably
thing. I
going to
guess.
sleep
That
soon.
shot is
He doesn't
called
eat
phlegm.
well. You know what I'm
Can I
saying?
get a 2% nightcap, please?
You know, I'm talking shit, but he was really nice
Gonna
and
skim it
kind.
off
He
the
was
top.
cool.
Ah, yes.
Thank you.
He was a cool guy, but it just threw me off. It's like I just never. That is the first time somebody's
so
asked me for
polite, too.
milk at 11
He was
p.m.
nice, but he was just a little lactose intolerant.
Oh man.
No, I was intolerant of his
Ah.
lactose request.
Oh
Hit it. Hit it.
no.
Do it.
no.
Because he asked for it.
No.
Hell no. Oh,
I'm gonna take mine. But yeah, that was
I
it.
was just
Nah,
asking
I'm
for
done now.
please.
I'm done now. After that,
it's good to be
too
back
many
at it.
something.
Watch the laptop. Watch the laptop.
Reunited.
Watch the electronics because my fiance destroyed my laptop trying to be sexy.
Huh?
Ramekin.
That's for another episode. Bye, everybody.
Oh man.